overall pick in last night's NBA draft?
Alex Sarr.
No clue.
Reed Shepherd.
Went to Kentucky. White man. Looks like he's 12.
Castle. Is it Stefan?
Castle. I don't know.
I watched him play for UConn. Ron Holland II.
Don't know.
Tijane Saloon.
Future NBA Finals MVP, future All-Star, future Rookie of the Year for your Charlotte Hornets. Frenchman.
Donovan Clingan.
Went to UConn.
Rob Dillingham.
Don't know.
Kentucky. Zach Edey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Cody Williams. Colorado.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Matas Buzelis.
No clue.
Nikola Topic.
If he hit me in the face, I wouldn't know who he was.
Devin Carter, Providence. Bub Carrington, Pittsburgh. I don't know these guys. Is it Khalil Ware from Indiana? I don't think I watched him play. Jared McCain, Duke. I know him. Dalton Connect. He's my favorite player in the draft. I wish the Hornets would have got him. I liked watching him at Tennessee. My point is, the NBA draft was last night, and I know about 4 players. I know the 27th pick that went to the Timberwolves, Terrence Shannon Jr., one of the best players in college basketball. And, again, I've never seen these foreign guys play, but I am so out of touch when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, this draft class, I mean, and you look at draft classes before, the international picks are really becoming very popular in the past few years. Victor Wembanyama last year from France. And just, a lot of the top 10 now is just guys coming from overseas, and you're seeing a lot of guys do what LaMelo Ball did. And I think there was an Ignite guy that was drafted in the top 10 last night where they leave high school, they go overseas, play like a year or two in professional league over there where they become draft eligible for the NBA. And you really don't really hear anything about them unless you're an NBA nut, a draft nut, and you kind of follow these guys. But the last couple of years, especially last night, I don't recognize any of these players. And you had to look them up. You had to look up maybe some draft grades, some draft analysis from your top guys on social media. I hit up my former roommate, who's a big NBA guy. I said, explain this draft pick to me like I'm 5, talking about the Hornets draft pick. And he sent back his strengths and then what he can improve on. So, I mean, that's the way I find out. We look at mock drafts all the time in the NFL. But with the NFL, you kind of know who's going to be in your top 20, their top 10. And you're constantly looking at mock drafts for the NBA. One, I like watching the NBA, and I like watching the NBA, especially when the Hornets are winning and having some success, which is hardly ever. So if the Hornets are not in it, if they're not in contention, I do not care about the NBA until it gets deep into the playoffs. So I'm not paying attention to it. So I don't know how actual NBA fans feel about this draft class this year and if these guys are actually any good. But for me, in fact, I forgot that it was the NBA draft yesterday.
I didn't know until the show started.
I didn't know.
Somebody mentioned it, and I
had no idea.
Honestly, it made me feel bad. Like, I just feel like I'm over the hill. I'll never get this back. Like, I used to know every draft pick, in the 90s.
No aura in this draft.
Is that something people are saying now?
Yeah.
That's stupid. It is.
No, it is. But I love how we're just trashing Alex today.
I'm not trashing Alex. I'm trashing Alex's
youngsters.
generation saying stupid words.
Like mid.
Why are you joining in? You're in my generation.
Talking about my generation.
You youngins nowadays.
You're like a year and a half older than me.
Did you hear the Yankees announcer say the Braves lineup was mid?
No, I did not.
A 70-year-old man saying mid. Now, he prefaced it with, as the kids say. So I think he was being somewhat sarcastic. But him saying it was just outrageous.
And what he's doing is throwing shade at y'all.
Oh, God. It seriously makes me feel sad that I didn't know any of these players. My time is done as far as knowing things about the NBA draft.
Edey, Klingon, and Shepard are the only guys, really, that I was aware of that I've seen play.
You didn't watch Dalton Connect to Tennessee?
See, the name doesn't.
You didn't watch Shannon at Illinois?
I did.
He was really good.
I did because I watched those games. But I mean, Zach Edey's a name that really pops out more than those guys. And I mean, I guess I didn't pay close attention to what was going on the court and the different players and draft prospects. But that's on me. But it's probably because I don't have that much interest in the NBA and especially the NBA draft.
Derek says college is so much better than NBA. Depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking like atmospheres and the band and all that stuff, yeah. If you talk about quality of play, hell no, not even close. I mean, the amount of bricks you see in a college game compared to a pro game is crazy. But I prefer the college game because I like the things I said previously: atmosphere, band, crowds, student sections, all that stuff. That makes the game fun.
Yeah, traditions.
A lot of times the play on the court is pretty ugly, especially if you attend the games that I attend. It gets kind of ugly at times.
I'm sorry, Clip. We're talking about the NBA, which I really don't care about.
Okay.
But I've been brought to my attention.
I know what you're going to say. And
that was a mistake.
I don't even know if we should address this because he's already feeling bad about piling on. But Alex Harper had one of the best 2-hour runs in Pirate Radio history from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We knocked out 4 interviews. You'll hear them coming up with Katin Hauser, Jake Garcia, Dontavius Nash, Ryan McCrystal. We also got Greg Hudson coming up, who was left off the list, but that's okay. He put everybody else's name up there. He put Ryan McCrystal's name. He put Dontavius Nash's name.
Title was too long.
He put Jake Garcia's name. Well, I'm surprised it was too long since you left out a letter in one of the names that you put on here. It says Katin House.
He's a brick.
I mean, Alex, what's going on with you, man? We need to talk?
No.
I think.
Huh?
That was the perfect time to say, about what?
I think you get a little complacent at times. Things were going too good, and you don't have 100% focus. Am I wrong? I mean,
I was trying to get the live up as quickly as possible. I did not have spell check. A personal spell check. I didn't.
Well, you got it on as quickly as possible. I think it popped on about 3:07. So you're killing it, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, keep up the good work. Jeez Louise. Rough start to the show.
You know, not everybody can be as good as Clip Brock. And
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't, no.
job. You know
We
what I
call
mean?
out our mistakes all the time. And the best thing for you to do would be acknowledge it, which you did, and we'll move on. But now being you're perfect. Sorry, Dad, I'm not perfect like you. Don't do that BS, man. Come on. All right. Tyler says Skylight Inn was featured in barbecue subreddit yesterday. People straight ripping the food apart by just the look, shaking my head. I was wondering what we were going to be upset about today. That's what Tyler's upset about.
There it is, right there. Right there in the middle of it.
Steve says Caitlin Clark will be on Me TV tonight. What the hell is that? You going to watch it, Shirley?
Me TV, like we're Gunsmoke and...
Is that My TV?
No, it's Me TV.
Me TV?
Gunsmoke, Perry Mason, all the... Like, MASH comes on that channel. Caitlin Clark's going to be on there?
The only thing I can think of is the Fever do have. Oh no, that's on Prime Video. I was going to say they do have a game tonight, and I thought, well, maybe that's where it's going to be aired, but it's not. It's going to be on Prime Video. They play Seattle. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what it is, unless it's that documentary that they did. But I thought that was an ESPN deal.
Clint, me and you are both wearing wrestling T-shirts. I believe MeTV used to be the home network of TNA Impact.
Well, I will not be tuned in to that tonight. I might watch a show that Alex and Mark turned me on to right before we got on the air, Shoresy.
Huh?
Alex showed me a clip, and it was funny, so I might check that out tonight. Because we're entering the doldrums of sports. By the way,
what does that word mean?
Doldrums?
Doldrums? I've never heard that word before.
Really?
No.
Am I saying it wrong?
I haven't either.
Shirley?
No, I've heard it.
Okay.
The doldrum?
Yeah. I don't know how to spell it.
I'm guessing it means like the dark days, or maybe like the, I don't know.
Doldrums, a state or period of inactivity, stagnation, or depression.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm in a full-blown depression.
Do you remember the sports depression we had during COVID?
Do I?
Those were, man. I know people were dying and it was serious, but
I think it was Sarad Ware that came in here a couple weeks ago and mentioned contact tracing. And that was a phrase I had not heard in years. And it took me back to those dark times.
Ooh. Those were dark days. Dark days for sure. So, again, don't take it for granted.
Never take this for granted.
The NASCAR race this weekend, the golf tournament.
Please, for goodness sake, don't take it for granted.
That's right.
Please.
Whatever you can enjoy, go do it. Or go outside if it's not blazing hot.
You got to be careful nowadays, man, because it's a scorcher out there.
Nowadays you do. Not previously, though. Mm-mm. Just nowadays. I like when people say, there is a lot of bad stuff going on in the world, but like, how many decades and centuries have people said, what does the world come to? You know,
nowadays.
Like,
back in my day,
I heard it as a kid. I'm sure it was said before I was born. I'm sure it was said 100 years ago.
Like you heard this country's going to hell 40 years ago.
A lady would
you still hear it to this day.
A lady would walk out of her house and her dress would show a little bit of ankle, and somebody would be like, "Whoa, what has the world come to? This lady's showing off.
I see her skin. I see her ankle skin."
And look where we are today. Girls out there wearing pure teeth thongs in Walmart.
You ought to see them.
It is sickening.
I mean, it's scandalous.
I feel so bad for fathers.
Fascias.
Just downtown Greenville on a Friday night. I know them young ladies have fathers at home. They're like, God, I wonder what my sweet Stephanie is doing with her friends on Friday.
Showing their ankle skin.
Showing all that ankle.
Showing their shoulders.
It is interesting. Boy, I don't know. Probably shouldn't get on this topic.
No, let's.
Just the kind of gender roles in society, where you said that about dads thinking about, and it's true. I have a daughter, and if I had a son, I would not have those same thoughts. But like, are the dads proud of their sons acting like jackasses downtown? You know what I'm saying?
Not. Probably not.
But it's different.
Yeah.
It's just the way. Hey, look, it's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Just something to think about. Is your dad proud of you?
I mean, he tells me.
He should be. Outside of the start of this show, he should be very proud of you. Sean, I know
Thanks.
your dad's proud of you.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. At least he tells me. He left me for a job.
Tyler said, Alex, be careful. Your girlfriend has a dad, too. Is your girlfriend out there showing her ankles?
Please, Alex, please say no.
No.
I mean,
Thank you.
I probably shouldn't bring this up on the air, but is it true? Do y'all cohabitate?
What does that mean?
Live
Y'all
together.
live together.
Yes, yes.
And you're not married?
Correct.
What is the world coming to? What is going on these days? We got man and woman living together, not in holy matrimony. My God. We all need to say a prayer. Y'all, man. I can't believe what I just heard. You're living in sin. All right, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
I don't know,
what are
but we
we-
got to get off this subject.
Bro, what are we doing here?
I'm getting so angry at the universe, at this country. Speaking of the country, we lost to Japan yesterday, 41-20. We've got women showing their ankle skin on the streets.
This is the
I mean, what are we doing?
this is the world is ending episode of Pirate Radio Live. What can we?
Youngins can buy tobacco at 18 now.
What can we?
They can't, though.
Some
It was
can't.
raised to 21 a couple years ago.
Is that true?
It is.
Finally, a step in the right direction.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Something's right in the world.
But now they're all out here with their Zens and their vapes. You seen these vapes? You seen these things?
Almost every youngin's got one, and they can't keep it out of their hand. You go out to a public place, and you see smoke, and you're thinking about calling the fire department because you think the place is on fire. No, it's just a youngin smoking this vape thing, filling their lungs up with who knows what.
We need to take a break.
Please.
When we return,
We need to reset.
we'll get on track. We'll run a sports interview.
Addison just texted me and said, "My professor is texting me about the radio. What are you guys talking about?"
Oops. All right, go to break. Get out of here.
Shout out to Addison's professor. Oh,
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
Nothing gets you more in tune with the world around you like a motorcycle, especially when that motorcycle is the new Honda Shadow Phantom. Reimagined for 2024, the Shadow Phantom sports updates like a new solo seat, 2-tone tank, LED blinker setups, and more. And when it comes to performance, you get throaty V-twin power and a new rear disc brake with available ABS. To see the newest Honda Shadow Phantom for yourself, head on over to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and keep the side nets and doors closed. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516. Pickleball for Pearsall is coming to Greenville June 28th, 29th, and 30th. Pickleball for Pearsall is a memorial tournament dedicated to raising funds for mental health initiatives. This event is held in loving memory of Greg and Nick Pearsall, whose spirits and passion for life continue to inspire us. The tournament will be held at the Greenville Pickleball Club courts at Wimbledon Drive and will feature all categories. Register at pickleballden.com, sign up now, and help fight for mental health awareness.
It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl is bold from the bottom up with a base of dirty rice, Cajun pintos, grilled chicken or supremes, and a sprinkle of cheese. Like it hot? Add a dash of Texas Pete. Head to Bojangles and try the new chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time. It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl is bold from the bottom up with a base of dirty rice, Cajun pintos, grilled chicken or supremes, and a sprinkle of cheese. Like it hot? Add a dash of Texas Pete. Head to Bojangles and try the new chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time.
Hi, this is Christy Conway with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate here in Greenville. We are growing and seeking buyers agents and experienced listing agents for our growing team. We are one of the most successful, hardworking, and knowledgeable real estate teams in the Greenville area, selling over $100 million in the past 2 years. We are looking for more real estate professionals who are hardworking and have a passion to help individuals with their real estate goals. Please visit encpiraterealty.com/new agent. Go Pirates!
The Holton Ehlers Show.
CJ Johnson joins us.
You know, Coach Connor is one of them coaches that he'll go out there and do it with you. Remember that story when when Coach Connor was playing scout team quarterback and Quay levels him and the Coach Connor has no pads on or anything. But that's the kind of like connection we have with him. Like we still have with him to this day. We can tackle him and he'll get up and won't be no love lost there. You feel me? You can't do that with every coach.
The Holton Ehlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
Mr. Gibbs, Captain, you may throw my hat if you like. Aye, aye, Captain. Hooray! I go and get it.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Shirley, this is pretty cool. Something you'd be interested in.
What's that?
The Iowa Cubs.
Yes, I saw that.
They're hosting their ASL and Deaf Culture Night at the ballpark.
Yep.
So I guess do the uniforms say Cubs?
No, it says Iowa. That's sign
that's
language
also
for
four
Iowa.
letters.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I should have put that together. That is cool. Those
That is really
unis are
cool.
sweet.
And they're going to, I think they are going to auction those jerseys off to benefit the Iowa. There's a camp for the deaf in Iowa that's near where their ballpark is, and they're going to auction off those jerseys, and all the benefits or all the money raised will go to that camp.
Love the unis. I would buy a hat like that. In fact, Shirley, how do you sign ECU? Could you do a quick tutorial for me?
Oh yeah. So E would be like this. No, you're going to take your four fingers and you're going to kind of sit it on top of your thumb.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's E.
Yeah.
C.
Pretty easy.
Make
a C with your thumb and finger.
U is U.
So that is
U.
Like a Scout's honor almost.
Right. So E, C, U.
All right.
Yes.
It'll take me a minute, but
yeah, it's not that hard.
Simple enough. All right, good stuff. We've got a lot of interviews to get to. Kenny, real quick, says dads will say, "Go have some fun, boy. Living the dream with a smile." If it's their daughter, you're in the car heading over, thinking, "Have you lost your damn mind, young lady?" And praying she's not caught on video, saying you got a hawk Tua.
Yep. because if that has gone viral again.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you don't know what that is, I'll show you.
Nah, I don't know.
Trust me, it's not as bad as you think, but it's still as bad as you think.
And Shirley saying, if you don't know what that is, I'll show you, is also not a good thing to say. We need to move on quickly. We're going to get fired. I am. Jonathan's going to be mad for good reason. This has not been a good start to the show. So let's refocus and let's talk some ECU football with East Carolina quarterback Jake Garcia, who joined us in the Pirate Radio studios earlier today. Alex Harper here on Casual Wrestling T-shirt Thursday, apparently.
Not planned whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm glad to see you're bumming just like me today.
Yeah,
so.
man.
Good to see you, A. Harp. And to my left, East Carolina quarterback Jake Garcia joining us once again here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Jake, good to catch up with you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I'm blessed to be here and getting after it in the summertime. You know how it is.
I asked you, so what you got planned for the rest of the day? You said you'll probably throw some more. So how much, I don't know, it's not like baseball, but how many passes a day do you think you throw? Like how many is too many and how many do you want to get in?
Go a couple times a week, so we do OTAs, so that'll be 2 days a week, and then get some throwing in on your own. But I mean, it's really just sort of a feel thing, depending on how much load you put on within the weight room too, because some of that stuff gets real. It gets real in the weight room. So you just kind of want to feel things out and just see how your body's feeling and listen to your body. So.
We talked about recovery with a lot of the coaches that we've had on, and how about that part of it? You know, that there's the physical part, there's the getting after it part, but I always hear, especially veteran players, say that that's a very important side to it, the recovery aspect.
Yeah, definitely. It's super important to recover. I mean, sleep is the biggest one. Sleep, hydrating, eating. But I mean, just focus on the little things because those little things will start to add up and you'll feel broken down eventually. But
right.
Just the wear and tear, like this is the best we're gonna feel. And after game one, like your body's starting to hurt a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it's carrying out throughout the season. And you just want to make sure that you're on top of those things. So it's huge.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is the best you're gonna feel. I feel kind of stupid for asking players week 4, week 8, you know, how you feeling? And they all say good, but really they're like, man, I'm sore, I'm tired, but you just got you got to work through it, right?
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta. It's a mental block. You got to block it out and just keep pushing. And once you get the pads on, then it's kind of like, okay, it's time to play ball. Like it's go time, and you just kind of forget about it.
Is there any maintenance or recovery that's specific to the arm, like similar to what pitchers do in baseball? Because I know they're heavy on the ice packs and the resistance bands and stuff. Is there something that you do?
Yeah, the resistance bands are big, and then I really just think mobility for me, making sure that I'm stretching out my lats, and big on elbow, because I used to play baseball back in the day, and elbow was something that always crept up on me. So just like forearm, like rice bucket stuff, and things like that really help out too.
Did you pitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were any good?
Yeah, I used to throw that ball.
Sling it?
I used to throw that ball around. Got a little knuckle curve in there.
Nice.
Wanted to play in high school and then just never really got around to it, which was kind of unfortunate. But then football kind of just took over and just been running with it since.
Did you do any basketball, any other sports growing up?
I mean, I was a black top basketball kid, you know what I'm saying? Recess, come back into the classroom drenched, sweaty, right? I was that type of kid, but playing whatever sport was there, but it was really just baseball and football.
Yeah. Jake Garcia joining us. Jake, we had Darrell Roberts, receivers coach, on the other day. He's excited about the quarterback room. And he said something pretty cool about you and Katin Hauser. Basically, the quarterback has that aura about him, that leader about him, where you don't even have to say anything. You can just tell that this guy's a leader. And he said both of you guys act like you're the guy, the one. And of course, there's only going to be one starter. I would just about guarantee we see both of you guys play this season. But I thought that was a pretty good compliment that y'all both carry yourselves, the maturity level and all that, as if you are the guy. And, what's the situation like where you're battling for that starting job and you feel like you're good enough to be that guy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like the saying goes, like before you're a champion, you have to act like a champion, right? And I think that saying goes with the position as well. So before you're the starter, you have to act like you're the starter. You have to carry yourself like that. You have to operate like that, and just mentally going with that, with kind of that chip on your shoulder and that mentality, and that's something that gets the guys to follow because they can see right through somebody that's bluffing on
Right.
So that's really important, and I think it just elevates everybody's game around us as well. So within the quarterback room and position as well, other position groups and the defense as well, they see that too, right? And just like you said, coaches see that, and it just kind of it's a certain energy that you can't fake. And when you have a group of guys doing that same thing, other people pick up on it, and other people follow, and they start coming out of their shell as well.
What is it's awkward, but it's not. What's the relationship like with Katin Hauser? You guys are teammates, and you're also trying to beat each other to be that number one guy. So what's it like when you guys get together?
Yeah, it's always fun in the quarterback room, anywhere really. With that dynamic, I mean, it's only one of us on the field at a time. So, the dynamic gets it's funny knowing that in the back of your head that this is the job that we're competing for. But at the end of the day, I want to see everybody win. And may the best man win. And as long as we're winning, I mean, everybody's going to be happy, right?
No doubt. Talking to Jake Garcia. Jake mentioned Tyrell Roberts being here. He's excited about the QBs. He's excited about his room with the newcomers and with the guys that were here a year ago with Chase Sowell, and hearing good things about Jari Patterson and Kerry King and those guys. So how about the weapons you have to choose from? Who's kind of standing out for you right now?
Yeah, you said Jari, you said Kerry. We have Ant, Keelan. We have guys, man. We have guys and guys that we can set in a rotation because our offense moves so fast that we're able to rotate people, and the defense is going to be out there on the field the whole time. And if we send somebody out on a deep ball, they run a deeper route, we got somebody else that can go right in for them. I think we run our offense really smart to where we're giving guys breaks and we're not running them unnecessarily, right? So saving guys' legs and just being able to play smart like that, and ball control is a big thing too. And when we do get those one-on-one opportunities, it's time to expose people. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Get the ball in the guys' hands and see them celebrate.
Have you ever overthrown Anthony Smith? Is that possible? It seems like he can catch up to
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Sometimes, I mean, you go through if I go through like a ride portion of the mesh, and I'm reading the safety or whatever, and I push back, and he takes off. Like, let's say he has an option to either shut it down or go, and he takes off on me. Like, oh man, it's time to get the ball out.
Better get it out.
Because if you don't get that ball out, he's 30 yards down the field already. You better get that ball out.
He said his favorite player was Deshaun Jackson, and he's a speed guy. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
You guys put on quite a show in the spring game, and something that I believe it was Anthony said is when he joined us is you make the easy plays, and that's, for a lot of people that didn't mean a lot, but in this offense, if you're going fast and you're hitting 6, 8, 12-yard plays like that, that's how you move down the field. And then you kind of set them up for the deep ball, but he complimented you on that. But that's almost more important than hitting those deep balls, making sure you can hit the intermediate routes, right?
Right. You have to take a step before you can run, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, those things add up. Like JDB says all the time, like taking your yes, no's, and you're just giving the quarterback answers. So, I mean, it's a loaded box. Like, hey, I have an opportunity to throw this ball out here. I'm going to throw it out there. And he says that's the way that you end up throwing the ball 40 times in a game. Like, you end up spitting the ball out there just because that's what the defense gives you. You take what they give you. And it's just a little 5-yard route. And throw it out there and let the receiver do their work. Turn it into 20.
That all goes on your passing yards, even if you only threw it a yard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Y'all installed any screens, screen game? Is that going to be a part of this offense?
Yeah, definitely. We got some stuff that we've put in and we'll continue to put in just to control that rush. And a lot of the stuff with the RPO game that we run gives the quarterback answers as well. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff that we can just spit out to the sideline and get the ball in the receiver's hands right now can be treated like a screen as well, rather than just like your generic running back screen, and offensive line block for a second and then release. So, I mean, we're getting different ways to get to things and slow the big guys down, man. Slow them down.
A big part of the quarterback's success is how much time he has in the pocket. So can you talk about how the offensive lineman is working and meshing together at this point of the year?
Yeah, they've done a really good job. They've done a really good job coming together. I think they're getting better at communicating, and that's a big part of offensive line is just being able to communicate with the guys in the heat of the moment. So, yeah, I think they've done a really good job. I think they've been working their tails off, and the leadership in that group is really good. So, I mean, you have to get everybody on board, and I think they're doing a really good job of bringing everybody with them, and obviously that makes everybody around them better.
It sounds like hearing you talk about this offense, you like it. So how's it going right now with John David Baker? What's the communication like with him? And is everything kind of in right now, or do you guys still have more to do this summer and this fall camp?
We'll add more stuff throughout the summer and fall camp and whatnot, but we're just kind of really going through back like through our spring installs, and because I mean you have your young guys that are coming in right now,
right,
and you have to teach them and install it with them, and they have to get some reps of it as well, right? So we've been doing that, but then as the summer progresses some more and we get into the fall camp, then we'll start adding stuff for game 1 and game 2 and game 3 and throughout the rest of the season as well.
Jake Garcia joining us, A-Harp here as well. Jake, I probably asked you this last time, but who are your favorite QBs growing up, currently? Who are your guys?
I was my dad always sends me stuff on Brady, like the TikTok stuff. I love hearing that. Wasn't the biggest Brady fan growing up, but always respected what he's done. And I mean, just he's a guy to look at, for sure. Aaron Rodgers is another one. On the field, just for the excitement piece, Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel in college, just for the excitement piece of it. And that's strictly on the field, for the most part on the field. I mean, there's times on the field where things got a little bit edgy too, but I mean, more so like an Aaron Rodgers, a Drew Brees, those type of guys.
And were you the one did you play with Matt Corral? Was that you? Yeah. And
yes, sir.
I remember that conversation now because I wanted Washington to draft him instead of Sam Howell, and unfortunately now Howell's gone and Corral's just been banged up, right? Like he's had some bad luck.
Yep. So that was another one that I would look at too when he was in college at Ole Miss. And, I got to watch a lot of JDB's offense that we're running right now. When he was over at Ole Miss, and I was trying to like, oh man, what's Matt doing? Like, let me check out what Matt's doing and how he's running things, and just kind of picking up little things from him because I know his personality, and how he operates, and I could see it on the field and how he carries that over. So that was a big learning piece too.
Jay Garcia joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Alex, you look ready.
No.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just.
All right, he's good over there. So what are the main goals between now and the beginning of fall camp, which I believe I heard is July 31st?
Yes.
Does that sound right to you? Yes. So what are you trying to accomplish here in this next month, Jake?
Just keep coming together as a team, man. Just keep coming together as a team. Get closer as a team, build that bond and that foundation. And side of the ball offensively, just keep coming together and get everybody on board, get everybody to know their job, their assignment, so that they can execute at 100% full speed, and know this thing inside and out. I think that's the biggest thing going into this fall camp, and just making sure that everybody's right, man, because it's seasons are long. Seasons are long, and throughout the course of a season, like, people's mental can start to go at some point in time, right, and things get tested. So, I mean, just making sure that everybody's good and we're coming together as a group, so we can lean on each other.
Man, I know talking to you, I know how seriously you take it and how it can be maybe overwhelming at times. There's so much of it. So what do you do when you get away from it? If you need to get away for a moment, what are some things you like to do away from football?
Oh, man, I just started fishing.
Hearing that a lot lately, yeah.
I just started fishing just a little while ago. Went out to River North Park.
River Park North.
Yeah. Went out there and try to catch some fish. Went out there all day. Got a bite at the very end, and I tried to reel it in. It wasn't working. I grabbed the line and tried to bring him back in, and he snapped the line. So, but I got to go back, and then really just spending time with family. Maybe watching a show, a TV show. been big on suits, the
Okay.
summer shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Not much. Really big family.
Yeah, and I saw you had a pretty big family at the spring game. I remember after the spring game. Where does your family live?
My parents actually moved out here.
Okay, great.
My parents are out here, so yeah, it's been a big help, and I appreciate it. And
yeah,
it's an awesome opportunity for them to be out here and be able to come to the games and just be around, get mom's cooking.
Oh yeah,
spend time with them. So
no doubt. You mentioned fishing, so Alex's coach, Andre Powell, apparently is an elite fisherman. And then Roy Tesh said yesterday, Alex, that he's not very good, right? Like, he doesn't catch much.
No, well, I think Coach Tesh is a little humble. I think he's a pretty good. I've never been fishing with him, but I just have the sense that he knows what he's doing out on the water. Have you been fishing with Coach Powell?
I haven't. You know what they told me is they asked me what I was doing for the little break and whatnot. This is right before we went fishing. And I'm like, man, I might try to go fishing. Like, no, you need to go with Coach Powell.
Yeah.
And they just named off a bunch of people. They're like, they don't go fishing, they go catching. So I try to flip my mindset when I was out there. I'm like, man, I'm not fishing, I'm catching. I'm
I like
catching.
that.
Then I got a bite. I lost it, but.
Who do you go fishing with, or do you just go by yourself?
I went with my dad, my mom, my girl, and my daughter.
Okay.
The whole crew out there.
Yeah,
Good
we're
deal.
all out there hanging out.
He did like a contest, like a Bass Pro, whatever, ECU Pirate contest with all these fishermen we got on the team.
See, but I went in Missouri, and all I caught, like, we had a big lake outside of the apartment, and I went out there a couple times, and all I caught was like the bottom of the lake. I caught like branches and sticks, and so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I caught a tree the other day. That's rough, man.
Yeah.
I caught a tree.
Yeah.
Had to cut the line.
Hopefully you can find some good fishing around these parts. Well, Jake, it's great to catch up with you, man, and looking forward to the fall. Still, I like to, ask about the schedule and things like that, but you guys are so like, hey, I got to get through today before we get through. But I don't know. Since we've last talked, I think some kickoff times have come out. You've got some Sixers there early in the year, 4 o'clock against App State at home. You'll play anytime, anywhere, I know, but is there a time you prefer to play?
I think night games are really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy the atmosphere of a night game. Obviously, there's benefits to like a later or an early game too, especially when you're on the road. I mean, you get in and get out, get your win, and get back on that plane and get home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anytime, anywhere. But there's a certain thing about a nighttime game, and the lights are on, and there's that certain energy in the stadium, and things are rocking.
You ready for the college football video game?
Oh,
you
yeah.
gonna play?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. Y'all got your money yet?
No, we just got our email today, like our confirmation if we were in the game or not.
Are you in the game?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I got my email. I am in the game.
I'm gonna have you a tight end, so I'm gonna have Jake throwing you balls.
Jake is a no doubter. He was definitely going to be in the game, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous that I wasn't going to be included.
All right, good deal. Can't wait to play with A-Harp. Oh, and I'm gonna put you at defensive end too. I'm gonna take Sam Danka out and I'm gonna put you in.
I think I'm gonna be like a 50 overall.
You're gonna look like one of them Team USA guys chasing Japan around.
Oh man,
those rankings, like the ratings, like your speed and whatnot, and the agility and stuff like that. Some of those things are gonna get disrespectful.
Yeah. We've talked about that.
I already know that.
And then, how are y'all going to handle that in the locker room? Are you going to take it easy on a guy, or are you going to crush a guy? Like Anthony Smith already knows,
no
like
mercy.
No mercy.
You know that locker room, no mercy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see some of those arguments. That's going to be fun. Jake, we'll let you run, man. Appreciate you joining us today, and we'll catch up with you again down the road, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Jake Garcia, nice guy, easy to talk to, and his teammates like him. Coaches like him, and he is in the battle with Katin Hauser, who we will hear from in hour 2 of today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a break, come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1 when we return after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time. It's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number 1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to visit University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT experts since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Coming up, hour 2. Busy hour because we were busy before the show started today. You'll hear our interviews with Dontavius Nash, Katin Hauser, and talk some baseball as well with Ryan McCrystal. What is McCrystal's future? Has he played his last game at Clark LeClaire Stadium? I asked him that question, and he gave me an answer, and you will hear it coming up in hour number 2. That is called a tease. We got Greg Hudson, hour 3. We got Sean Honeycutt to my left. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Clipper.
You got to head out at some point. When you heading out?
I just asked my buddy or my client if I can get there around 4:30.
And that's the thing about when you advertise at Pirate Radio. You're not a client. You're a buddy.
You're a buddy. You're a friend. You're a pal. You're a confidant.
And Chandler's got a lot of friends. He's got a lot of buddies, a lot of pals, a lot of confidants, but you could always use more, right?
That's right.
You can never have enough buddies.
Yes, sir. Can never have enough buddies.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family.
That's right. That's probably the truest thing I've ever seen or heard. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Why are you so tired? You have a long night?
It was weird.
I left you at AJ's around 10 o'clock.
Hung out with old DB last night.
Danny Beal.
Yeah.
Saw Wyatt Lunsford Shinkman.
Yep. Great having those guys. Walker Barron. If you remember, Walker Barron, the 2-run Jimmy Jack to tie the game up against Wichita State in the AAC tournament down in Clearwater, Florida. He was there. Found out that
I didn't even know that.
You didn't know he was there?
No.
He was probably the smaller dude. But he's got a lot of fight, DB says. He says he's a tough SOB because I found out that when he hit that home run to tie the game, he had a broken jaw.
Man. Kurt Angle had a broken freaking neck. Oh, by the way, we mentioned it during the Jay Garcia interview. Alex and I wearing wrestling T-shirts. We did not communicate on this. Just a happy coincidence.
That's nuts.
It is, Coach Mack.
Cool, neat story. But it is a cool, neat story.
I almost went NWO today, but
I got a Austin 316 says I just whipped your behind shirt.
But
and Clips got on a questions. Clips got on a pink Macho Man Randy Savage shirt.
Yeah.
Slim Jim.
Shirley, if we have time, maybe when Greg Hudson's here, I did a mashup. We had a caller on the fifth quarter that did.
Oh, yeah. This was cool.
He did the Macho Man cream rises. Yeah, the cream of the crop promo, and he substituted East Carolina into it. And I did a mashup. We'll play it in hour 3 if I can find it.
Yeah, you're going to have to find it because I don't remember what you called it.
It might be in the sports bar folder if we still have that.
Yeah, we still have the folder, yes. I just couldn't tell you.
Jamie says, I just picked up a Walker Barron card autograph. Where in the world? How does that exist? What are you talking about, Jamie?
Is that like an NIL deal thing?
Jerry said, is Chon going to work for Seahawk Radio?
No.
Oh, you talking about the shirt, Jerry? Oh, yeah. Ken Wallington will be proud with those Seahawk colors.
Like I said, I couldn't imagine.
God, you are really low energy out of it today.
I know. I couldn't imagine working in that.
Focus in, lock in, John.
Seahawk Radio. It's just, By the way, Pirates will be hosting the UNCW Seahawks December 3rd in Minges for some basketball.
Can't wait to watch us play against Wilmington Community College.
Oh, now you go.
I only said that because my sister's going to go there.
Oh.
Shout out to my sister.
Shout out.
I've got it.
I was going to ask, does she show her ankles? But that's inappropriate. But as a joke, but then I realized how inappropriate it is to ask that question to Alex. So I'm not going to do it. What you got, Shirley?
I found the mashup.
Oh, good. Well, we need to take a break. Let's hear it. Let's play it for HUD. Maybe we'll find a few fifth quarter calls to play to HUD. I wish we had one that was trashing him.
I was about to say, let's go back to 2008, 2009.
But their defenses were so good.
Roses are red, violets are blue. The guy's in the end zone, the ball's on the 2.
There you go. Chandler, you know what you call that? Nerfy. No runs, first inning.
You hit it?
We'll take a break. Come back. More to go after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Make this the summer for savings at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Greenville.
This just in, all new vehicles are going to be sold for well below factory invoice. Save up to $12,000 on all remaining 2024 Ram 1500s and save up to $14,000 on selected Ram 2500s. But there's even more. Save up to $8,000 on a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee in June. Or lease the 24 Grand Cherokee for only $389 a month. Plus, the Icon is back and ready for those summer trips. The 2024 Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer have the room and luxury for the entire family. Save up to $13,000 on select Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer models this month.
East Carolina Chrysler Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Jeep lease is 42 months, 10,000 miles a year with $29.99 due at signing. Offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Shop new and used at EastCarolinaChryslerDodge.com.
Do you know what today is? It's the $5.99 cheesesteak special day at Huckleburger. Bring the family to Huckleburger all day for one of the best delicious cheesesteaks at an unbelievable price, just $5.99. The Huckleburger cheesesteak special is good for dine-in or takeout in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger, the fastest full-service restaurant in town. Meep, meep. Huckleburger, delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Hey, O's fans, gift the experience of Orioles baseball with an Orioles e-gift card. An Orioles e-gift card is the perfect gift for any occasion and can be purchased starting as little as $5. Use e-gift cards to buy game tickets at the box office and online at Orioles.com. Plus, e-gift cards can be redeemed at any concession stand or merchandise location throughout Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Surprise your favorite Orioles fan with an e-gift card today. Visit Orioles.com/gift cards.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Yard Gnomes Baseball is here. The Greenville Yard Gnomes offer summer fun with your family and friends at an affordable price. Catch every game at historic Guy Smith Stadium and enjoy great food from area food trucks, cold beverages, and exciting baseball action. Single game tickets start as low as $10 and mini plans as low as $48. Visit YardGnomesBaseball.com to get your tickets and Yard Gnome swag. Come out and hang with your Gnomies this summer with the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with RentAFishTank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. RentAFishTank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. RentAFishTank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at RentAFishTank.com.
Hey, Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Hour 2, and a busy Hour 2 it will be. You'll hear from East Carolina quarterback Katin Hauser in just a moment, also Pirate catcher Ryan McCrystal. But first, we'll run our interview with Dontavius Nash, the East Carolina defensive back. And why call him a DB rather than a corner or safety? Because we might see him doing both. He talked about that and a lot more when we got to know Dontavius Nash earlier today. Let's hear it right now. All right, back with you inside the Pirate Radio studios here on a Thursday afternoon. We'll talk some Pirate defense with East Carolina DB Dontavius Nash, his first trip to the Pirate Radio studios. Dontavius, welcome. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. We just talked to Jay Garcia and talked to him off the air before he left. Said you guys are going to get a little break, which I know is well-deserved and well-needed, but a little time away. That's always a good thing, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just getting some time off away from, not even just away from football, but just time to relax is always a good time. So.
Yeah. And y'all have such a, I guess, strenuous, strict schedule too, right? Like you know where you got to be every day at all times. So it's got to be good to get away from that for a few days.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, we've been working hard all week, all summer, so
yeah,
it's rewarding. I think the break is needed. So,
Dontavius, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from, first of all?
I'm from Gastonia, North Carolina, right outside of Charlotte.
All right. I'm old, so you probably heard of James Worthy, but
oh yeah, for sure.
And I want to say, is Zeke Bigger, former Pirate linebacker? You familiar with him?
Yeah. So crazy thing is, me and Zeke Biggers, Zeke Bigger is my older cousin. So.
Okay, so there's a Zeke Biggers and there's a Bigger.
Zeke Bigger is he was the All-American linebacker here. That's
44 that played here. That was my favorite guy to talk to is your cousin.
Yeah, it's my older cousin.
How about that? Yeah. All right, cool. Man, we are huge Zeke fans. He never saw a microphone he was scared of. He loves to talk, and he was good on the field too. Very cool. So how'd you end up here? What was your career like in high school and offers, and how'd you end up at ECU?
High school, pretty much, I was recruited by almost everybody in the country. Committed to UNC as a sophomore in high school. Went there for 2 years, and it just didn't work out. I felt I needed a fresh start, somewhere else to just, start on a clean slate. So I weighed some options, and ECU was the perfect fit for me.
Yeah, so coming over from North Carolina, both you and Alex Harper have experienced the transfer portal and have come here to ECU. And, there's good with it, there's bad with it. What was that experience like being in the portal where I'm sure you were well sought after. So how did it come down to ECU for you?
When I entered the portal, I kind of already had an idea of where I wanted to go.
Okay.
And ECU was like a big place on a map for me just because of the culture, and one of my close friends, Devin King, he played here. So it's been a long time dream to play with Devin, and I had the opportunity while being in the portal. So
how much did the opportunity to play under Coach Blake Harrell impact your decision to come here?
It impacted it a lot. Coach Harrell, his resume speaks for itself. He's always had a great defense. So just being a defensive player, you want to be a part of a defense that's going to attack rather than being attacked. So I felt like Coach Harrell's defense put pressure on a lot of people, and that was something I wanted to be a part of. Dontavius
Nash joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Dontavius, a weird 2023 because the defense was very good. The team overall was 2-10. So I've talked to your teammates about that, and I've commended everybody for really sticking together because there could be a lot of finger pointing and fighting when one side of the ball is getting it done and the other side isn't. But sounds like you guys looked at it as, hey, we're a team, right? We win as a team, lose as a team. So what was that experience like for you? It had to be frustrating to be playing well but not getting those wins.
It was definitely frustrating, but I feel like as a group, we can't point fingers or blame anybody because, we all put in the work in during the summer. It's not like, okay, the offense go out there, they score 100 points, and we give up 120. It's not like, only the defense lose.
Right.
So it's just like, I feel like it's just a collective thing, and it was just not being locked in or us not being on the same page at all times. And I feel like this summer and this season, we're going to be on the same page, and the way things are moving now, it's looking real good for us.
Yeah, a lot of newness on offense, a lot of familiar faces on defense, so that's a good thing, right? I know Trip Weaver left to take a defensive coordinator job, but for the most part, a lot of continuity there with the coaches and with the players. The D-line's back, a lot of familiar faces in the secondary with you, so you got to have a lot of confidence heading into this year.
Yeah, for sure. Like defense, like we're very confident. Just like last year, we felt like we were one of the best defenses in the league, and we returned a lot of guys. So I still feel the same way, and I feel like the strength of our defense is our D-line, and those guys up there, they're mean and they're hungry, and I applaud them for that because they just make my job easier on the back end. So.
Talking to Dontavius Nash, one of the new members of this staff is Damon Magazoo, who was a great player here. How have you enjoyed your time with Coach Mag so far?
I've really enjoyed it. Coach Mags actually played with Zeke Bigger, who was my cousin. So before we even knew the news, my cousin had kind of hit me up because he heard from Coach Mags, and it was just they have a good relationship. And then just from him coaching me, it's good because he's played the game, he's made those plays and those big time moments, and it's just good having him around. He's always around to pick my brain. Like today, I've been bouncing back in between corner and safety.
Yeah.
So he, even like today, even though yesterday during OTAs I wasn't with the safeties, I was with the corners, he's still coming up to me like, all right, in your press man, I see you're opening up here, you need to do this, you need to do that. So it's good having a guy like Coach Maggs around who just wants to see you win.
Jules Montaner has coached a lot of football and a lot of good football. How about working with him as well?
Yeah, I like Coach Jules as well. Coach Jules, he's a real technical guy. He's going to get down and tell you every little detail that you need to do to be successful, and right now that's what he's trying to do with me since I'm so long removed from playing corner. My last time playing corner was like my freshman year of college. So he's just trying to help ease me back into it.
Do you know where you will be week one, corner or safety, or?
I'm pretty sure y'all, the people will see me at both.
Yeah.
Week one, I'll pretty much play both.
Nice. All right. Dontavius Nash joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. We had Dyrell Robertson the other day, and I remember him as an electric wide receiver and Magazoo as a talented safety. And the receivers have told me that Dyrell will go out there and do the drills. And we kind of got talking about that, and we said, if there's a tiebreaker between the DBs and receivers, maybe you just go one-on-one, Roberts and Magazoo.
And I'm taking Mags the whole way, for sure.
Both of them big energy guys. Does Dyrell, does he talk junk to you guys?
He'll tell us, like, all right, we finna bomb you here and there. Like, he give us those little jokes. But back to what you said about him actually going out there and doing the drills. Like, yesterday after OTAs, I went over to the receiver. Well, we were doing punt, I believe, and we were supposed to do releases as gunners and the cover guys. And Coach Roberts was out there doing a drill, like showing the receivers exactly what to do. And it wasn't just him talking. Like,
right.
He's out there doing the movement, showing them what they need to do to get open. So he's a real hands-on guy.
That adds a little more, I guess, respect to it, right? A little more hey, this guy's been there, he's doing it, rather than just telling us. I think that makes people kind of look at him different, I would think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just because, like, you're not just telling me to do something that I don't know that you can't do. So,
right.
I feel like for him to be able to be like, all right, you need to go out here and do this release, and he can go out there and show them how to do it, I feel like that gains a lot of respect of the players as well.
No doubt.
You mentioned special teams. What kind of impact are you going to have on special teams this year, and is there any chance you're going to be returning kicks?
I look to be a big impact on special teams. I don't know. I've been trying to get back there to return some kicks, but Coach Powell, he gave me a little hard time. But I like playing special teams. It's real fun, and I'm ready to do whatever to help the team win at this point.
Y'all have any names for us? Who do you think will be returning kicks and punts this year?
We got a lot of dudes.
Inside
We got a
information?
lot of dudes back there.
Yeah, I would say you should see Javius Bond, Winston Wright, Jari Patterson. Who else?
Josh Murphy takes a lot of kicks.
Yeah, Murph. Probably Brock Spalding. Who else?
You got some options.
Yeah, those are the guys that's coming off the top of my head right now who I see after practice or whatever, catching punts and working on fielding kicks.
How about, you mentioned Javius, so it just made me think, how's he doing? How's, I know Siobhan was kind of dealing with something when we talked to him, but is getting over it. Kerry King returning from injuries. How would you say, generally speaking right now, Dontavius, how's everybody health-wise,
I feel like everybody's getting back into a good groove of things. I mean, Kerry's out there running around looking good. Jay Bond, he's out there running around looking good the same way. Siobhan, he's not moving around as much, but we talk often, and he's feeling like he's getting back to his old self, back to 100%. So with Siobhan, we just gonna we all tell him just take it as much time as you need.
Yeah.
Health is wealth, and treat your body like a machine. So.
Health is wealth. One of the stars from the spring, we got to see it a little bit, but I heard behind the scenes he was killing it as well, was IBM, Isaiah Brown Murray. How about his standout spring? And who were some other guys in the secondary you're excited to play with this year?
So IBM, starting off with IBM, I mean, IBM had a great spring. He was pretty much lights out. Had a pick in the spring game. He made some big plays all throughout the spring. So I'm really excited to see what IBM can do. And some guys who I'm looking forward to playing with is basically just everybody in general. But I'm going to call out some young guys. Kamar McKinley, K3. I've seen so much growth from him from this year to last year. And I kind of, with Coach Weave, Coach Weave kind of asked me to take him under my wing when he was here with Coach Weave. So that's something I've been doing, and just seeing him grow. He's locked in, and he's doing everything he needs to do to become great. Dalen Diston is another young guy who's I'm expecting to go out and make some plays this fall. Andrew Lamp, the new corner we just had come in out of the portal.
Yeah.
Tall, lanky guy who can run, good ball skills. Who else?
Did a nice flip when you guys were dancing in Minji's at the basketball game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's super athletic.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Coach Weaver told you to kind of take a guy under his wing. Did you come in here, and you were still a relatively young guy, but you had experience. So how long did it take you to go from, hey, I'm the new guy here, to, I can be a veteran and a leader type guy on this team?
Honestly, I would say it probably took me about a month or two.
Okay.
Just to come in and adjust, because coming into this program, it's a lot different than what UNC was and what I'm used to. So it took me a little bit of time, but just guys from last year like Julius Wood, being around Julius, he made me feel like I've been here my whole time in college. And I say like Big Tay, Eli, Sue, those guys, they all made me feel welcome. So.
Yeah. Man, that's a veteran group. Some guys you just mentioned. How's do you know how Julius is doing? Is he still with Dallas working?
I'm pretty sure he's still with Dallas.
Yeah, I think he is. Check in with him.
I haven't spoke to him recently, but I'm pretty sure he's still with Dallas, and I'm pretty sure he's still going to work, being the same Juju he was when he was here.
He's a great player, and I remember talking to him at the pro day, and he didn't come out and say it, but you could tell he was like, man, I don't like these drills. I like to play football. I want to go tackle somebody. I don't want to go touch a cone. So that was the kind of guy he was. It got me fired up. Dontavius Nash joining us. So Dontavius talked about getting a break in and coming up, and then it's fall camp. And Alex, you brought this up with a defensive guy or two in the past, but how much are you adding to what you already do defensively? Like, will we see any new stuff this year? You still adding stuff for this fall?
Like right now, we're just going over all of the basics, but I'm pretty sure with Coach Harrell, he's dialing something up probably right now, sitting on vacation, probably dialing something up.
Yeah.
But I say, like, with this group, we just have so much depth. You'll see a lot of new faces, a lot of guys on the field.
Yeah.
Different guys together on the field at the same time. So I'm really excited about this fall, and the main thing we're focused on right now is just going out there, knowing what to do, and playing fast. So we're just getting all the basics down, all the fundamentals and the ins and outs of like our base defenses, just so when we go out there, it's 10 times easier.
Alex, you got anything? You good? Dontavius, did you play, I guess, for Mac Brown at Carolina?
Yes, sir. I play for Mac Brown.
How's I'm always curious when you get a coach at that age. Like, is he still able to, I don't know about relate, but is he still able to kind of talk to you guys like he did back in the 1990s? Like, is it still that same thing, you think?
Oh, for sure. Like, I remember, like, just when I first got there, in our the class of 2021, I think most of us didn't have official visits. He set up a whole thing at his house, and it was just us, the 2021 class, him and Miss Sally, who is his wife. And yeah, he can sit down and talk ball, but most important, like with him being that head coach, he just wants to talk to you about life and you setting up your future.
Yeah.
Just for me, he knew kind of like my background and stuff like that. and how stuff went for me coming up, which I had a pretty tough upbringing. And he was just always wanting me to focus on, like, you know, what's next and always improving. It wasn't just all about football. It's about setting your life up for the 40 years, not just the 4.
There you go. On that note, your major is communication. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Everything you on? When you going to graduate?
I'm set to graduate either this December or in May, I believe.
Good deal. Do you know, so you're going to have a long football career, but how about life after football? You got anything you want to do or thought about that?
The main thing that I've been thinking to myself about now is just I want to go back and coach kids who were brought up like me.
Yeah.
Because I have friends who, like, you know, made the wrong turn early in life and they're paying for it now, either by being passed away or being in jail. So just some of those guys, I just want to be able to go back and touch the youth and make sure they don't make those same mistakes that my friends made.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it's important to have somebody early on to tell you about that. And that's awesome, man. Good luck with that. Hey, Harp, anything else for Dontavius before we let him get out of here?
Yeah, you know, we got a busy schedule with football going on. What do you like to do outside of football when we're not practicing and working out and training?
Honestly, me, I'm a type of guy, like, I just like to sit around, chill, watch TV, or really just hang around with family. Like, when I go home on our breaks and stuff, I usually just sitting around chilling with my little brothers. I'll go back home and I'll sit in a room with them for Lord knows how long, probably from 2 to 5 hours. We probably just sit around doing nothing. But I just like being around my 2 younger brothers, just because, like, they're at the age where they're maturing and they're trying to figure out what they want to do in life, and they're following in my footsteps with athletics and stuff like that. But it's just, I just like to be around them. Those little guys, they're funny, and yeah, just like to sit around them for real.
Well, Dontavius, mature young man, great to meet you, man, and looking forward to see you on the field, obviously, this fall. But good luck and enjoy your time off. Y'all deserve a little week off, so good deal. All right, there is Dontavius Nash, East Carolina corner, safety. As A-Hart brought up, you might see him on special teams. You might see him all over the place this year for East Carolina. But enjoyed talking to him earlier today. We'll keep the football talk rolling when we return with Katin Hauser, Pirate quarterback. He joins us after this timeout, hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. And on the last Sunday of every month, Doug Henry is open. Your weekend just got a little easier when you're looking for a car because you can shop at Doug Henry of Greenville on Sundays. Visit Doug Henry for the biggest selection of used cars. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Mention Pirate Radio for $500 off any vehicle. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
The Holton Ayler Show.
CJ Johnson joins us. You talked about your grandma. She was one who kind of raised you. When she obviously tragically passed away, the next game, USF, you go crazy.
My grandma passes away that Friday morning. Break the news to Coach Houston and everything. I go in there, he looks at me in my face. He asks me, do you want to play this game or not? And when I caught that first touchdown and I was up the sideline, I was like, yeah, that was her. And she followed up with 3 more. I was like, oh, Lord. I couldn't do anything but give the glory to her.
The Holton Ayler Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, Savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday, which is a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are $2.99, and Thursdays, it's half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, we got ourselves another quarterback battle heading into the season, just like last year, although 2 new names. Talked to Jake Garcia earlier. You'll hear from Katin Hauser now. And certainly a different feel this year with the new offensive coordinator, new mindset, new playbook, and some talent at that QB position, and excited to see how this thing plays out. Once again, heard from Jake earlier. Let's hear from Katin. Katin Hauser joined us earlier today. Here's that conversation. Good to have Katin Hauser back with us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Katin, good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I think the theme today is kind of the finish line for at least this part of the football season, because you guys have a little break coming up. So you've been putting in a lot of work. You excited to get a little time away?
Yeah, of course. This summer was really good. We got to put in a lot of work, going hard in the weight room and then going on the field too. So getting a little time away will be good, but excited to get back and start the season up.
And a very important spring and summer, because this is your first one here, Jake's first one here, John David Baker's first one here. So how do you feel it's all kind of come together as far as getting acclimated and you know, being ready for fall camp?
It's been really good. The spring, you kind of get thrown into the fire a little bit, new offense, new players, having to learn everything right off the bat. And then I feel like the summer's been really big for us to just kind of build off our spring. I felt like we had a really strong spring.
Yeah.
Even into the spring game, I thought we looked really good. And then this summer, just being able to go out on the field and kind of go through at a slower pace, learn the offense a little bit more, get these new guys, transfers, freshmen coming in to kind of bring them all along, and then also building the weight room and stuff like that. I feel like it's all coming together really quickly. So, this summer's been really helpful, and I'm excited to get to the next part of the season.
I'll reiterate what I said earlier. We had Tyrell Robertson here, and I asked him about the quarterback position. He's very excited about the room, and he said that, because I asked him about both of you guys, and he said both of you guys carry yourselves as if you're the guy, the one. You've got that aura about you and everything. And I've heard that from your teammates as well. So the maturity level you have, the leadership abilities, does that kind of come natural to you? And it seems like guys really gravitate to you.
Yeah, being in that position, being a quarterback, you kind of have to do that. You have to carry yourself with a sense of confidence, and having other guys pull along with you and want to gravitate towards you. So being a leader and being a quarterback, it's not about you, it's about helping the team. So that's kind of my approach to it, is just kind of helping the guys around me, trying to make the team as best as possible, and just bringing the guys along. I feel like that's the best thing to do at that position.
This offense is going to have the big play potential, but how about the little plays, the 4-yard, the 6-yard, the 10-yard pass, those things? I know that's a premium as well when you want to go in a high-paced offense. So how's all that coming together for you?
Yeah, that's kind of one of the biggest things I've been talking about JDB about, is I feel like our offense at our best is when we take these little quick hitches, these bubbles, these little quick runs, because I feel like we get the ball moving with some tempo, and everything's rolling really efficiently. I feel like that's the most important thing, how this offense is going to run. These big plays are going to happen. We're going to stretch the ball down the field. We're going to score a ton of points. It's just these little plays, being consistent on that stuff, taking the 5-yard hitches, taking all those short passes, those quick runs. That's going to really take our offense to the next level for sure.
A lot of people talk about JDB as the offensive coordinator. How is he with you guys as a quarterbacks coach day to day? How is it like working with him?
Yeah, he's a great guy. I feel like he's one of my teammates. Just being able to talk to him on a personal level, and be able to laugh and joke and stuff like that, that's really important, is building a personal relationship with him. So when we go onto the field, we know we can play through each other, and I'm trying to be an extension of him onto the field. So that personal relationship kind of helps in that aspect for sure.
I know it's a fun, it's high pace, but it's also kind of a run-based offense, right? So how about the running game? How important would that be with the O-line and everything to help out your passing game? And how's that part going? Because you got some talented backs back there behind you.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially Rajay at the start. I mean, he's been a really good leader for us. And just starting off that backfield, I feel like we're going to be really good in that aspect too. We're going to get the O-line in really good positions to make plays, and then having the backs hit these holes hard, and then being able to run and make plays on that end for sure, because the passing game is going to be there, but the run's going to open everything up for that part. So I'm excited about that.
We've had several of your receiver teammates on, Chase Sowell and Anthony Smith, to name a couple. It's a pretty good mix of, I guess, returners and newcomers, and you yourself a newcomer. But do you feel like it's one unit now, like everybody's kind of together, ready to go as far as the receivers?
Yeah, no doubt. I feel like we all gel really well. Even in, like, we go into lifts and stuff like that, we're all having a good time and laughing. And when it's time to lock in, we know we have to play for each other and lock in like that. So being able to come in as a transfer and have other transfers coming in and gel with some of the guys that have been here, the relationships we've built, it's been really good. So I'm excited to build off that as we go into camp and in the season.
I've heard Alex say this and others. Big John's your guy, right, Alex? He's your favorite guy.
Yeah.
He also said he'll kick your ass too, right? So
oh, yeah.
How's that relationship, and how are things going in the weight room for you?
Yeah, it's been good. Summer's the kind of time where you kind of prepare your body for camp and those grueling days. So having the mindset going in that you're going to work your ass off going into those lifts, it's gonna be tough. Like today, we did stadiums, running up the stadiums today, so he got after us a little bit today. But just having that respect with Coach Big John and having us push us is something that's really important to this team. So I'm glad he's here and helping us out.
Yeah, I think I overheard you and Dontavius talking about that, right, Alex? And you ran just as many as he did, as the corners did.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
For all I understand, they're supposed to run more, but
I'll take all the compliments I can get. I'm sure he had way less difficult of a time doing it than I did, but
well, you would hope so. You're probably right on that. Katin Hauser joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Katin, as far as sports go, have you? So we're in a period now where it's all pretty much Major League Baseball. You got the Olympics coming up if you're into that in a couple months, but really nothing until football. Did you watch the Stanley Cup playoffs? Did you watch the NBA playoffs? Like, you a sports fan that way?
Yeah, I've been watching the NHL playoffs, and I was watching that for a little bit, and then also the NBA playoffs. I didn't really like the NBA playoffs. It wasn't that exciting this year, but yeah, just kind of keeping up with that stuff's been really cool.
You had some good games, but not good series.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick series. Now we wait until football. Are you able to enjoy football as a fan when you're a D1 football player and a quarterback? Or
it's definitely different at this level now because you kind of understand offenses and plays, stuff like that. Like as a kid, you kind of look at the big plays and touchdowns, stuff like that. And when I'm sitting there watching football, I kind of analyze it like I'm reading defenses and stuff like that. And it's kind of like a different aspect, but I find it interesting. And I try to look at NFL film as much as possible because that's the best. So being able to look at the best and understand that and watching games, stuff like that, it's really cool.
I think one of the more impressive things to watch up close is watch good quarterbacks, D1 quarterbacks, throw the football because you guys make it look so effortless. How and at like what age did you figure out that you could throw a football like that? And when did you decide that you wanted to play quarterback in college?
Yeah, I started playing quarterback when I got to like middle school. And when I got to there, I was just able to throw the ball. And I kind of grew off of that. And I had a really big growth spurt in high school. And then once I kind of got that growth spurt and I was able to get some size on me and be able to sling the ball a little bit, I felt like I had some chance here to kind of take it to the next level. So being able to develop at that age, when I got to freshman, sophomore year high school, and then take that to my junior, senior year, I felt like, yeah, I can take this a little ways.
So in high school, you played at St. John Bosco, correct? That's a high school powerhouse in California.
Yep.
Do you think playing in big stages at a high school level like that, do you think it prepared you for the D1 level?
No doubt. Yeah, it's not as high as the scale as D1, but being able to play top level schools with a bunch of fans in the crowd and stuff like that, it definitely prepares you for the tense and the kind of the anxiety going into those games and being able to handle that stuff going into the game. So yeah, that definitely prepared me.
Speaking on that, Alex, we were talking about the rankings, the toughest places to play. The college football video game put out that list. Coming from the Big Ten, we'll ask you, Katin, what's the toughest crowd environment you've faced so far?
That's tough. Penn State, we played at Penn State, and that was a tough game. The fans are crazy. And then also just playing against Ohio State and Ohio State too. Those fans are crazy too. Just being in those environments it's been a good learning lesson for me, and just being able to overcome that and kind of not take too much focus into looking at the fans and the crowds like that, trying to focus on what I have to do in my job. So,
as fans, we hate the rivals. As players, you kind of come in and some guys become part of it and really start to hate the rival, but you also got buddies on other teams and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess so. My question is, will you hate Michigan for the rest of your life, or you know?
I mean, yeah, I have bad experience with Michigan fans, just how bitter they are and stuff like that, and especially with Michigan State fans. So I will not be rooting for Michigan.
Okay.
So that's what, yeah.
Just curious. And hopefully you'll hate NC State and North Carolina and those teams moving forward. Because I think sometimes fans don't really get that. Like, why is Katin Houser talking to this NC State guy? Well, they're buddies, they're friends. Just because he's wearing that jersey doesn't mean you have to hate him. But as fans, we want to hate everybody on that side. So anyway, that's a difference between a fan and a player, I guess. Katin Houser joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Katin, I don't know, what do you want to accomplish between now and the start of fall camp, which is coming up July 31st? What are some things you kind of want to tie a bow on before we get there?
Yeah, I just want to dive into some, just my craft and being able to build off some of the things I did in spring, just being more consistent, making plays, stuff like that, not turning the ball over. Those are huge things I need to build off. And then also just trying to bring the team together as much as I can, try to be that leader for the guys, and then bring the offensive unit together, because I feel like there was a lack of leadership last year. And we have some guys coming up this year that I feel like can be a leader for our team, and I want to be a part of that. So being able to bring the guys and the offensive unit together will be strong going into camp.
Yeah, there was definitely some leadership on the defensive side last year, and they played well. It was the offense that just didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So what's it like? We hear the Captain Chaos with Coach Harrell and everything he does. So what's it like facing that defense and those guys on that side?
Yeah, I brought up just being consistent. That's tough to go against our defense, because one of these days the defense is going to get us and we're going to get the defense. So they're really good, and going against them every day, especially that D-line, just having that pressure on your back, trying to make throws, stuff like that. So it's been tough, but it's going to prepare me for these games, and I'm blessed to be able to go against a defense and a defense coordinator like Coach Harrell.
In JDB's offense, how much freedom do you have at the line of scrimmage to make checks and audibles, or are you encouraged to stick with the play that was given?
We're going with the play right now. We move really fast, so there's not going to be that much time for pre-snap to kind of make plays like that. I'm sure later down the road when we play some tougher teams that aspect will come into it, especially with these guys and getting them into one-on-one situations. That's going to be an aspect for sure where we can make changes at the line of scrimmage, just because of how fast we get set and get ready to go. We're going to have some time before the snap to make that happen. So I feel like that will gradually happen, but right now we're kind of just focused on the play and trying to get everything down right now.
Katin, in Michigan State, you've got a shot to make the playoff. Your biggest obstacle is the non-conference, but also Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State, obviously. At East Carolina, the path has been pretty much blocked off until this year because there is a real, path to make it there. You got to be the highest ranked champion out of the group of 5 conferences, and East Carolina has a shot to do it. I know it's day to day, and we got to focus on the first opponent and everything, but big picture, do you think about that? It's got to be exciting to know you have a path there.
Yeah, being able to have a chance to go do that, that's definitely something that you want to look forward to. So how I approach it is, that's something I want to accomplish. That's going to be a goal of mine for sure. Right now, how to do that is to go day by day and do that stuff. But definitely goal is to win the conference and hopefully get a chance to go to the playoff.
Katin Hauser joining us. It's summer, Katin. Are you a concert guy? Like, you been any good concerts?
I'm going to a concert tomorrow, actually.
Where are you going?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine.
Virginia Beach.
Just went. Okay, excellent. California guys like yourself.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite band?
I like a ton of bands. But I like old 70s rock. I like Led Zeppelin's probably my favorite band.
Okay,
yeah.
Classic rock guy?
Yeah, man.
Good deal. And you said you are going to spend some time with your family in California this coming week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good to get out there. And I guess one last break, right, before you guys really get at it.
Yeah.
So, all right. A-Harp, anything else?
No, I'm good, man.
Katin, we're going to let you run. We appreciate you joining us, and have a great rest of your summer, and we'll catch up with you again in the fall.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
There is Katin Hauser. Great to talk with him and Jake Garcia today. Very focused, very mature young men, polite young men, and along with Dontavius, excited, and Alex Harper, excited to get a break. Alex, what are you going to do during your little break you get?
Sit at home and do nothing.
Lay low?
I don't get to do much of that. I'm going to go to Raleigh with my mother on Saturday, but other than that, I don't got anything planned.
Kind of enjoy a little freedom and
yeah, probably play
kick
the game.
Back. Huh?
Probably play the game.
What game?
The video game.
Trying to get on that Rocket League?
Man, let's do it. You've been ducking me for a long time.
Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Speaking of video games, Ryan McCrystal owes all his hitting success to MLB The Show. He told us that. And we actually talked about it earlier today. Also, I popped the question. No, not that question. The other question. Have you played your last game as a Pirate at Clark LeClaire Stadium? We'll get his answer on that and catch up with Rhino when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Be aggressive. Pitch home to Gunner. Oh, man. Way back. Center field. He wants the Jumbotron, and he's got it. You can't stop the smoking gun. He ties it up on a swing again. His 26th home run of the year.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This is Holt Nailers. Join me for the Holt Nailers Show every week right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. You can catch a movie on Greenville's largest screen. In the Elite Theater, you can take advantage of great deals such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays. They also have a summer special going on for kids where $1 will get you a movie ticket and $5 will get you a movie ticket along with popcorn and a drink as well. You can get your tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Hey, Harp, I believe you said you and the lady friend were going to go see Inside Out 2, Golden Ticket Cinemas. Did you go?
We did.
Did you know that is the number one grossing film of 2024?
Does not shock me.
Did you enjoy it?
It's a really, really good film. I think it improved on the first one.
I asked my wife, did I watch that? And she said, I don't think you did. But she said that her and Lily enjoyed one, and they would like to go see number 2.
Yeah, 1 is on Disney Plus. I recommend everybody check it out, and then go see Inside Out 2 at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
All right, there you go. Let's head back to our interviews as we knocked them out earlier today. And this was a fun one. Great to catch up with Ryan McCrystal, East Carolina catcher, who is playing summer ball, and the always funny and entertaining Ryan McCrystal joined us to talk about a lot of different topics, including his future here at East Carolina. And Ryan, welcome in. How you doing, buddy?
Good to be back. Feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, man. We'd love to have you in studio, but you're playing some summer ball, right? Catch us up on what you're up to right now.
Yeah, I got bored being home for a week because I wasn't playing baseball, so I decided that I'd go play in Burlington for a little bit, and then obviously whatever happens. But yeah, sitting against the outfield fence in Burlington right now, talking to one of my favorite people. That's you.
That's me. All right. And Ryan, I talked to your folks during the awesome win over Wake Forest in the regional, and I can't remember if your mom just called you sarcastic or actually said smartass, but she said one of the two. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, she uses both of those quite often. Smartass usually is when I take it too far, but other than that, sarcastic works.
Great family. Was great meeting them. And how about the regional in Greenville, the roller coaster, the ups and downs? Started with the down and then some major ups and didn't end the way anybody wanted it, Ryan. But how about the close of the season? Man, you were hitting this kind of a side topic. You were red hot to wrap up the season, but I know it obviously didn't go the way you wanted it to at the end.
Yeah, that Greenville Regional just shows how special Greenville is to me. Like I feel like that Wake Forest game, if anyone would ask me what it's like playing East Carolina, that's the game that I would show them, because it's like you just don't get a fan base like that, and to be able to play at home in front of them, it was just an unbelievable experience. And obviously it didn't go the way that we wanted, but I think that the way I played and the way the team played, once we kind of got knocked down, just shows how important the fan base is to our success and how much we kind of feed off that. So I think that was what was the coolest thing for me, was just like seeing the crowd erupt anytime something happens. It was just really special.
Ryan, trying to figure out a good way to ask this question. Have you played your last game at Clark LeClaire, or are there more to come for Ryan McCrystal?
I'm going to let God make that decision for me, if that makes sense. I love playing at ECU, obviously, and I grew up in my entire life. My dream is to play professional baseball, and if that opportunity presents itself, then obviously that's the next career step. But I'm not going to just go for a bag of chips, if that makes sense, because East Carolina is too special for me to turn down another year for really no great reason. So if I had played my last game there, then it was the most unbelievable 3 years ever. But we'll see come draft time. But I really have no idea. But I can wholeheartedly say that I can put my head down every night saying that I've given everything to East Carolina to this point in my career.
No doubt. And we hope to have you back. We also hope for your best professional success. So a win-win for us Pirate fans when it comes to Ryan McCrystal. And as I said, Ryan, you were smoking. I mean, really, second half of the season? I mean, you had a great season overall, but that MLB The Show, man, you must have really been playing that game a lot, because your hitting on the field was phenomenal this season.
Yeah, I think MLB The Show is the only thing really to give some credit to.
Not Lartigue, not Packard, not Godwin. All video game,
Nobody,
right?
Just Dixon Williams telling me to play MLB The Show, really. but yeah, it was very cool to be able to finish the season like that. I just feel like it was kind of the culmination of everything that I had gone through at East Carolina, and just really all the work that all the great people that we have put into me. And it kind of just showed how much work we had put in towards the end, and it was beautiful for me to see, and it was just awesome to be able to experience that with all my best friends around me. And just that regional felt like I grew up an East Carolina fan, and like there was a moment after I hit the double off of Burns where I was standing there and whole dugout was going crazy, and it was just like, this is what I've always wanted, like I've always wanted to do this in Greenville. And while it might not have been the easiest path to get here, it was worth it. And I told my parents when I hit the home run against Evansville that I was rounding second base, and I just said to myself, like, it's worth it. Like, all the injuries and stuff that I gone through, the ups and downs, like, this is what you do it for. This is why you go to East Carolina. So it was definitely awesome to finish the season like that, and to be able to sit back and say that I had the season I had to try and help us win as much as we could.
Man, that's great to hear. Ryan McCrystal joining us. I kind of buried the lead when I said I met your parents. You'll never find a bigger Ryan McCrystal fan than his brother, and man, he was hyped during that regional. He was getting after it, and we've talked about him a little bit, but for folks that don't know, maybe hearing from you for the first time, you've seen Ryan's brother at games. He's wearing the chains. He's hyping up the crowd. But how about that relationship you have with your brother?
Yeah, that is probably the most special thing that I have to hold on to. And it's just Brandon is the biggest people's person you'll ever meet, unless he's upset and he takes it out on me. But, that's what brothers do. But it's just very special to be able to look up in the stand and see him losing his mind, and for him to be able to, I don't want to say live through my accomplishments, but to kind of come along with me and some of the extremely cool things that I'm able to do. So it was awesome being able to go see him after every regional game, and he treats those just like his Miracle League games on Wednesday nights. So it's just very special to be able to have the perspective of living with somebody like that. And just him being my best friend and brother all in one, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Ryan, let's talk about the now. How much catching are you doing versus DHing? You doing some catching there in Burlington?
Yeah, definitely. Getting a good amount of catching in, a good amount of DH. I played some first, actually, which was very odd at first, but I played first a good amount in my life, and they tossed me over the other day, and I made a couple picks that I didn't even know I could make because I was not used to being over there. But, yeah, I'm catching a good amount, DHing a good amount, and just, you know, playing a bunch of spots and having fun playing.
We talked to our guy DB yesterday. I believe he said he's working out maybe for the Rangers. And then, so have you been in contact with any teams at all, Ryan? Have you been able to get in front of teams? Will you be able to do that? What's kind of your, as far as going to the next level, have you made any steps in that direction?
So I got invitations to a few different like pre-draft workouts for teams, but just talking through it with my advisor, they obviously have the chance to see me play a lot, and having a guy like Trey Savage, Jacob Jenkins-Coward on your team, it helps because people are coming to see them play, and you play well, and they got to see that. So I feel like they had a lot of opportunity to see me play and play well. So we didn't take the next step to go get directly in front of anybody because we took some time to make sure I was healthy and all that stuff. But they've been coming to Burlington, seeing me play and all that stuff. So definitely been getting in front of them, but not really going out of my way, if that makes sense, to go put myself in front of them just because I feel like I've already set the table pretty well for myself.
Yeah, and you kind of started this, Ryan. Guys play summer ball to get more ABs or to get more playing time, maybe try a new position or whatever. Your main reason for playing summer ball was boredom? I mean, is that really true?
Yeah, I told my parents that I'm just crazy because I like all I want to do is play baseball. It's just something I've always loved. But
yeah.
We have a home video of me when I was a year and a half old. My brother was playing what they called blast ball back in Richmond, Virginia, where I was from. And I was crying because I wasn't allowed to play, and I was a year and a half, and I was just losing my mind. And I it's like the best example that I can give of the way that baseball kind of shows itself in me. And I love playing so much that it was like I know it's only been a week, but I want to like get in at bat again. I want to be competitive again.
Well, life is good for Ryan. He's playing baseball. He's playing baseball well, and his MLB team has the most wins in Major League Baseball. Fighting Phils, 53-27. Ryan, is this the year they win another World Series?
I'm always going to say yes to that question, but obviously the odds are never in our favor considering there's 30 MLB teams. But I do like seeing the 7.5 or 8.5 game lead that we have over the Braves or whatever, just because JC is one of my best friends and he's a Braves fan, and then anytime I talk to you, the Braves come up. But I don't want to take it to the next level just because you guys won the division the last 2 years, and you saw what we did to you in the playoffs, so I don't want to get too high.
Yeah, I think the Braves are tanking to get the wild card this year to see if we can beat you because it hasn't worked out the other ways in the playoffs. Yeah. So, Ryan, keep up the good work, man. Like I said, we hope to see you in the purple and gold, but, again, we also hope to see you live out your dream as a pro baseball player. So I'll be happy either way, and I know you will too. But we'll do it again down the road, Ryan. We wish you the best of luck, man. Great catching up with you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Great to catch up with you, not to you.
Ryan McCrystal joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line, and his future TBD at this point. Could come back to East Carolina, but if the money is right, the situation is right, he will live out his dream as a professional baseball player. So good on him for having that option after a really, really good 2024 and a phenomenal kind of second half of 2024. He was awesome at the plate for the Pirates, moving all the way up to number 3 in the lineup at the end of the season. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3, Coach Hud, Greg Hudson will join us. We'll have our Fleet Feet rundown. Talk about the list that the EA college football game put out, the toughest places to play. We'll ask Coach Hud the toughest stadiums he's been in.
I think in hour 3 in the Fleet Feet rundown we can go over, they also released the top 25 offensive and defensive teams in the game.
Good. That'll be a good way to preview the football season and talk about the game itself. So, all right, we'll do that. Alex, also more Schlossnagel. I saw Schlossnagel, Tyler Feldman, our buddy, formerly of WITN, now working in Austin, tweeted out a video of Schlossnagel firing off some cannon with a bunch of fake cowboys standing around him. What a scene. Well, we'll ask Coach Hud about Schlossnagel and loyalty in sports in 2024 when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring entertainment by Greenville's 90s country tribute band, Should Have Been Cowboys.
Should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to roll and ride.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927.com for only $10. Arrgh.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
I'm Jimmy. I've been with US Cellular for years now, so they asked me to announce their special customer event, Us Days. I said, I get nervous. Maybe we recorded somewhere relaxing like a hot tub. Us Days. Exclusive offers like $1,200 off any phone plus $300 off any tablet. Which I need because I just dropped mine.
Us Days at US Cellular. Get $1,200 off any phone plus $300 off any tablet. Terms apply. Actor Portrayal.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Your Wood Ducks host the Carolina Mudcats July 1st through the 3rd. Bring your furry friend to the ballpark on Tuesday, July 2nd. Each dog in attendance will receive an orange tennis ball courtesy of Brightspeed. And join us on July 3rd for our post-game fireworks extravaganza. You don't want to miss the biggest fireworks display in Eastern North Carolina presented by WNCT Channel 9. First pitch is set for 6:30 p.m. and gates open at 5:30 p.m. Get your tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling the front office. Get your tickets today before it's too late. Go Woodies!
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Well, I got a little change in my pockets going Jill. Wants to call you up on a telephone, baby. And wants to give you
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's clip.
Coach Hud time. On a Thursday, Greg Hudson is here, joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Coach, how are we doing today?
Doing very well.
You're looking good.
Oh, my new jersey, my gear. It's like coming to the football facility and your stuff in your locker. That was always the best.
There you go. We got some new swag for Coach Hud.
When do we get shoes?
I have not got those yet.
We Nike or Under Armour? What are we? Adidas? What's our brand here?
Adidas.
So we got to wear Adidas here at Pirate Radio?
Not necessarily. We're not affiliated with...
No, but I am all about the Three Stripe Life. And if anyone would like to sponsor me for the Three Stripe Life, I am...
You're available?
I am available.
Okay.
That's the group that screwed up and didn't get Jordan signed, who wanted to sign with him.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, it's great.
That was a good movie. I didn't know if I would like it, but because it was not a basketball movie, it was a marketing movie, basically. But it was very interesting.
It was good. It was quite a tale.
And, yeah, that was fun. All right, Hud, we got some things to get to.
All right.
My guy Schlossnagel is back. So this guy... And I don't hate it. I don't believe what any coach says. Because especially right after a game. Roy Williams did the I could give a bleep about North Carolina right now, when Kansas lost.
It's no different than a win, though. Give me 24 hours.
Yeah.
If I'm going to savor the victory for 24, then I at least get to mourn for 24.
I don't have a problem with him saying I'm not leaving because he's not the first coach to lie about that. I don't really like him berating the reporter when he's then going to turn around and leave. I thought that was pretty stupid.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So today I see a video of him, our old buddy Tyler Feldman. Gosh, Shirley, don't you wish Tyler Feldman was around when Greg Hudson was coaching here to get those interactions?
Who's that?
Yes.
He's a very interesting fella.
As Jeff Charles would say, Shirley, he's a different breed of cat.
I feel like y'all would have had some good stuff. He was at WITN a few years ago. He's now in Austin. He's our buddy, Tyler Feldman.
Okay.
But anyway, saw him post a video. See if I can find it. Of Schloss. Here we go. So Schlossnagel is surrounded by some fake cowboy guys wearing their cowboy costumes. And he's firing off a cannon there in Austin. And boy, that was exciting. And we'll all clap and cheer.
Hook 'em.
What a 48 hours.
He went from gig 'em to hook 'em.
Gig 'em to hook 'em.
And then they said, F 'em.
How's it work? You do it like this? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
so
they're gigging him with one finger.
Well said. So I found that funny earlier today. Shirley, I sent you a video. Now, I haven't watched all this, but the caption is Schlossnagel apologizing to Texas A&M and his reasoning for taking the Texas job at his introductory press
got
conference.
$1 million raise.
In the story. Thanks for coming out.
No more questions.
Shirley, can we hear the comments from the new Texas baseball coach?
Am I going to throw up here?
I'm sure the question will come up, why this move and why now? I don't take that lightly. On some hands, this was a very easy decision because of my relationship with Chris and my past history and my belief in him and his wife, Robin. But it was obviously very hard. Especially, there's a lot of decisions in life that you don't get to choose the timing. You don't get to meet with your team as you would like. And for that, I am sorry. But college athletics right now is in this is the problem. Mr. Del Conte would probably agree, this is the most uncertain time of college athletics that it's ever been in, and no one knows what the future is. Never in the history of college athletics is alignment more important between administrator, president, chairman of the board, board of trustees, board of regents, whatever. And I yearn for a great leader. I need a great leader, and I study leadership, and Chris is the best leader that I've ever known. We've done this before, and although it was super, super hard and emotional to make this decision because of my love for the players at Texas A&M, I simply could not pass up this opportunity.
There he is, Jim Schlossnagel.
He should have read that over one more time, been a little smoother.
What?
That was beat up.
So Coach Hud pointed out, before we get to it, the video of it, he is...
bad luck.
The way his head is at the microphone with the background,
I'm sure the question will come up.
it looks like
The horns are coming right out of his head.
like devil horns. He's the devil to these Texas A&M folks. What did you not like about that statement?
He just butchered it. I mean, it just wasn't it just didn't come across real good. I mean, he was...
Why did he bring up college athletics as a whole? What does that got to do with his decision?
He's just making an excuse for, the players are leaving. No, the reason the players are leaving is because the coaches were allowed to leave previously.
Forever, yeah.
Here's what happened. The AD left to go to Ohio State. Trev Alberts came in. The new AD came in from Nebraska. Remember the old ESPN guy?
Oh, I know Trev Alberts. He is where?
He's now the AD at Texas A&M.
I did not know that. Okay, I remember him as a player and on TV.
He was like, okay, we gone.
Yeah, he backhandedly criticized his own boss. Like, he's like, in a time like this, you need good leadership, and that's why, So.
Yeah, it was. Plus, they just went through of course, he's only been there a couple years, but he was at TCU before that, so he knows the whole what was stirring in the pot. That about a dozen, or I'd say 20. They had some adjustments in the department, so they had a big exodus here recently.
Well, he said his post game the other night, Monday, that he left his family to take the Texas A&M job, which I don't fully know what that means. Like,
they're still in. That means they're still back in Fort Worth, probably where he was.
And he went out for milk and didn't come back home.
No, he took the job and didn't move his family. They probably stayed there. I think he'd been at TCU for.
Well, now they can move to College Station, and he'll be in Austin. They'll be like one step behind him every step of the way. And again, I'm not like.
No, he can get a helicopter now in my way.
Yeah, good point. I'm not hating on it because, I just don't put any stock into what anybody says. I kind of wish they would. Well, we did this yesterday, Coach, and you would be a great person to ask. If you're asked that question, and here's what we said, and I want to know what you would say. Like, if you're asked the question, there's rumors going around about this job, why don't you just say, now's not the time for that. I'm thinking about these guys in the locker room. They busted their tails all year. We just had a hard-fought loss, and we'll talk about that later. I mean, is that okay to say instead of doing the whole, I'm not leaving here. I left my family to come here. This is my, I'm staying here forever, You
got to get out in front of it right away. You just got to tell them, what did old boy do at Connecticut? He handled it great. Hurley? I've talked to the Lakers. They're interested in me. It's the NBA.
He said it. Yeah, it's an option.
I told the players it's been an option. It's been a goal. I'm going to talk to him.
That's a good point. Yeah, he did do it. So, So what would you say? I'd
say, so if the radio station in Raleigh called you, who would you run over in the parking lot to get there?
Well, I don't know if you heard yesterday's show, but I'm out of here. See ya.
Oh man, what?
Yeah.
Why?
They double my salary or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be gone.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'll still text you.
I don't think many guys.
Which is why I'm not hating on him at all. I just the lying. It's funny.
It's such bad coach speak.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, if you're going to give that speech, give it really good and sell me. That didn't sell me.
Yeah.
You got to be a salesman.
We pick on Skip because when he left here, he was nice enough to talk to some folks before heading out to Tampa and said this was a very difficult decision. And then in his first, press conference, the first interview, when he gets off the plane in Tampa, he says this was an easy decision. So
he waited till he got there, and then he felt the temperature. It was warmer, so he just got confused.
So again,
but it's the same thing. What's a coach say at the reception or the party they throw or the press conference for a recruiting class? Do they ever say it was a bad class?
Oh my God, no. Everybody's got the best class.
They're going to say, I really was thinking hard about staying at East Carolina. I just wasn't sure about this place. But, I decided, I'll give it a try. That ain't going to go over real good.
I would love for the first honest coach, it would be an awful move to say, this class, we really missed out. We got some bums here this year. They're going to work hard.
That means he's starting early to get rid of some guys.
So I understand the game. You got to play it. I mean, it's like our guy Tuberville, Shirley, we talked about yesterday. He was referred to, I guess, as Old Pine Box because he told the Ole Miss folks he'd have to drag him out in the pine box. And then, 2 days later, he's gone.
Go to hell. Get a job.
Thank you, Tommy.
Go
to hell.
Yeah, the first one that I learned that lesson on when I was a kid, and we had the other, what's Mac's brother?
Who?
Mac Brown.
I didn't know Mac Brown had a brother.
His brother coach at UAB.
Oh,
yeah. I'm losing my
Watson Brown. Okay, I do remember that name.
Watson Brown I was a kid. I was a young kid.
Coached here in 74, 75?
I was at Cincinnati. Where's it say?
83.
Head coach at Cincinnati. He said, my wife loves it here. We're staying here. My dad says, he gone. He'd been there, what?
1 year, coach.
Season.
Yep, one.
And they won a few games. And then he went.
God, was Rice an upgrade from Cincinnati?
Well, he was going back south.
Okay, back to Texas.
And he had.
I remember him at UAB, which I guess y'all ran across them then.
Yeah, and you know what? He had it going there a little bit because that's when they were taking Prop 48s, all over Southern Miss and UAB. They were getting great players.
I want to say it was your first year because I think I called the game for WZMB, and their quarterback was Hackney. And he guaranteed a win or something, and you guys won and kept them from going to a bowl.
Yeah,
I want to say your first year here.
UAB.
Yeah,
it was in the last game of the season.
Yep.
You know what we did? That was I think Pierre Bell started that game. That was his first start.
That would have been
No, you know what? Pierre Bell hadn't been playing that much. We started playing him a lot in situations, and getting him ready to be the middle linebacker for next year.
That would have been 05, I guess.
Yeah.
And then 6 went to your first bowl game as a Pirate.
That's right.
Birmingham, I believe, was the bowl. Papa John's, the Papa John's Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of pizza there? Do the coaches get good bowl swag like the players do?
Yeah.
Gift cards and.
You really know if you get the coach's gear and you get the player gear. Then that's how you evaluate whether it's a good deal or not.
Coach Hud would leave the fourth defensive end at home so he could get his swag.
There's no doubt.
Sorry, kid.
Something for Garrett.
Yeah. Christmas, right? It's right around Christmas. So
anybody that's an XL, you're not going on the trip.
Might as well stock up. All right. Greg Hudson joining us. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more college football. We're going to have some fun chats the next couple of months, getting ready for the 2024 college football season. We got our weekly question from Hoosier that we'll get to, Jamie.
Why don't we go on boots on the ground and go visit some places during camp?
What you talking about now?
Go see some football practice. Do some live shots from there.
I don't have the ability to go to those as far as getting in, but you do.
I'll try.
So are you?
Yeah.
We're tagging along with you.
Well, you got a press pet. Oh no, you don't have press pets anymore.
That was revoked.
Nothing gone. When's that suspension up? Is it 1 or 2 years?
What does indefinitely mean?
You never know when it's gonna. It's never gonna.
In perpetuity.
Based on your behavior.
We'll take a break. Come back after this.
Baby, you don't put my love upon no shelf. She said, don't hand me no line.
Pestech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pestech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pestech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pestech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy Mug Monday with custom butt cups. Tuesday and Wednesday we have local acoustic night. Thursday night we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. So come twirl around and have a buckin' good time. And don't forget your Sunday Fun Day Cornhole Tournament with the ECU Club Cornhole team at 3 p.m. Check out the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and events. Y'all come get bucked up.
Pickleball for Pearsall is coming to Greenville June 28th, 29th, and 30th. Pickleball for Pearsall is a memorial tournament dedicated to raising funds for mental health initiatives. This event is held in loving memory of Greg and Nick Pearsall, whose spirits and passion for life continue to inspire us. The tournament will be held at the Greenville Pickleball Club courts at Wimbledon Drive and will feature all categories. Register at pickleballden.com, sign up now, and help fight for mental health awareness.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Was it true?
There's local politics, bud.
What was it like playing for the Pirates?
Holt Naylor's to the 30. Look at him go. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Pirates.
Find out all those answers and more by joining me on the Holt Naylor Show every week right here on Pirate Radio. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV to watch the show or listen each week on the Pirate Radio podcast channel. The Holt Naylor Show on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
Pirate Radio.
It's never like the same stuff you hear every morning or like every afternoon on talk shows.
Your locally owned, locally operated radio station.
There's always new content.
That's the way I like it.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Shirley Rhodes, Alex Harper. Alex, you guys about to wrap up your OTAs, what, tomorrow?
No, we had our last OTA yesterday, so we'll have a team run in the morning, and then we are free until next Sunday.
That is about the longest freedom you'll have as a D1 football player, right?
Yeah, unless you go 2-10 and don't make a bowl game, you get a whole month off. So
yeah, good point. Yeah, but we talked to a lot of your teammates today, and that's got to be good for you guys to get away from it for a little while.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's talking about like what they're going to do during their time off. I think the sleep, like not having to wake up at 5 a.m. is like, that's what I'm most excited about.
I'm still confused on all this early stuff. I don't get it.
What do you mean?
I don't either.
It's dumb. Here, let's take a history lesson here. Okay. Why did they have morning workouts in the first place back in the day?
No clue. Maybe to stay out of the heat.
Didn't have a building.
All right. Okay.
Before football facilities, the indoor buildings, which started back in Ohio and Pennsylvania, I believe, you had the rec center or the gym. So to get that in the off season, it was booked up. So you had to go at 5 and 6 in the morning. That was normal.
Try to beat the heat.
Now, why did they do that? Again, wasn't to beat the heat. They couldn't get the building. They couldn't go outside in the wintertime and run.
Oh, okay. I see what
you're saying. They didn't have an indoor facility.
Okay, you're talking about.
Now, if you're a team that has the outdoor, it's even more ludicrous to go in the morning, I think.
I got you.
So they build these indoor facilities, and then they change the narrative. Oh, we have to come in early now because we got to get tougher, and we got to build togetherness and character.
Like I don't.
You can't do that at 2 in the afternoon.
You slice it doesn't make any sense.
We did some mornings here because we wanted to get out of the building in the afternoon and have the Friday free. We did at the same time we practiced, 3:00.
I had some idiotic family member tell me one time, like, "Oh, you wake up early because it gets you ready for the real world." And she's a teacher. I'm like, you go to school at 8 in the morning. Like, you have never woke up at 5 a.m. a single day in your life.
You're going to have plenty of time to get up early because when you get a little older, you're going to pee at 5:30. So you're up.
You're doing reps for that right now.
That's before I even have kids or have a baby.
Like, as soon as Garrett was born, 1995, I was tired for the next 25 years.
Tired. 25 years.
I'm still sleepy. There's a difference. Are you tired or are you just sleepy? Mostly the undergrads are sleepy. You guys aren't tired.
I heard a rumor that y'all were going to do like early practices this season. You heard that?
Cannot confirm or deny.
That would be good for us because we could cover your practice and then have all that for the show coming up.
It would be great for me because during the season, like I would be done with the day at like noon. Because before, having school, I don't get out of practice and train table. I get home at like 7 p.m.
If you had that availability to go in the morning where it's not super early, like you can coordinate the schedules where you practice from, say, 7:30 to 9:30.
Yeah, please.
How can you not have those schedules nowadays with all these online classes? Then it's great to go. It'd be great to go. It's just like you wouldn't change your schedule from fall camp. You'd keep that morning practice.
Would you like Coach Hudd to come talk to the team, to the coach?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
We're
more so about the not working out
boys
so early.
Boys were going to win. They were going to win some more. I'm going on probation for a year. Then we're going to win some more.
That's the plan. That's been my plan for ECU basketball for 30 years, Coach, and we haven't tried it yet. We got to cheat our asses off, get to the tournament, go on the death penalty, whatever. Fine. Give me that one tournament.
Give me $500,000. Put me on the road for 3 weeks. I'll get you in the tournament.
All right.
Maybe $1 million.
How do you GoFundMe.com?
Go get some players.
Yeah. And we don't need a lot. We just need a couple. We need 2 or 3 to turn the whole thing around. All right. Greg Hudson joining us. Coach Hud, before we look at the EA Sports college football list of the toughest places to play, and this is not the biggest stadiums. It's not the best, coolest stadiums. It's like the toughest environment that you've been in, and you've been in and coached for quite a few of them. Who's on the top of your list?
LSU, Ohio State, West Virginia.
Hey.
Clemson's tough.
Well, and you coached for Florida State, but as an opponent, when you say would that make your list? Tallahassee?
Yeah. It's not hard. Well, yeah, it's a tough environment. When they get cranked up with the chop,
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It is. I saw it. So I went to a NC State, Florida State Thursday night game with a state friend of mine, and the Florida State band was there, which took up an entire section.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it. They play that damn chop pretty much the entire game.
Non-stop.
It is.
You get tennis elbow at the game. But it's pretty cool. The Swamp's great. The Swamp's jumping.
Jamie's asking, how about Lane Stadium in Blacksburg? Is that up there? I feel like a Thursday night game in the 90s, 2000s.
It'd be ranked.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
not the top of the list.
There, it's all about the the coming out of the tunnel. Sandman.
Right.
After Sandman, it's not bad. I mean, we didn't have a problem with it. We were whooping up on them, and they had that game under control. It was never. I look at is it hard to play there because of Michigan State's not an easy place to play. There's one factor that I wonder that they have is how close are the fans to the actual bench that you sit on.
Right. You've talked about that. Yeah.
Not where they are the front row, but how close is that front row to the bench?
Yeah.
And if that was the case, one of the worst, Tulsa. You can shake hands with them. It was like Little League. And they're just standing there dog cussing the guys. Like, you got to block them out because they're right here.
Man.
And I was like, why don't we just get a tarp and put it up and we'll take it back down? And everybody thought that was crazy. Now everybody does it.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing now. Notre Dame Stadium?
Yeah. But
not intimidating. Like, I would be freaked out just because of the history and everything. There's
a lot of variables to where you look at the surrounding and you go, well, okay, you realize where you're at.
Yeah,
the big house. Yeah, but the big house also.
But he's not saying
the big house is not tough to play in.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that from
because it's halfway in the ground. The stadium's half in the ground, and it goes out wide, so all the sound goes up. The stadiums like the Swamp and LSU are more vertical. And Penn State is brutal. Penn State is on you.
We asked Katin Hauser today. He said Penn State was
Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Texas A&M is brutal to play at. Texas is not. Because they're doing the same thing that Michigan's doing. Ironically, they're sort of similar schools, and they got a little wine and cheese to them.
Right.
At Michigan, they don't stand up as much because you're so smashed in that if you stand up, if you're on the end and your row stands up, you're going to be in the next row.
You're going to lose your spot.
You got this much room, and you and I are not going to get in there.
Yeah.
You more than me, and because you are more than me, and but that's why. But they're always standing there. But some of them are fun. Wisconsin's gets cranked.
We'll jump around.
Jump around is awesome, and you catch yourself. Everybody's jumping. Ohio State now, when you come out of the tunnel as a visitor, you kind of come around this bend, and there's the highest curved cement wall I've ever seen. It's just cement. It's high. It just goes like into the dark. You come around that curve, and it's blind. You come around, dude, it's Gladiator. You're like, it's the scene from Gladiator when he's going out. You're going to see them dudes out there. It was awesome.
That's cool.
I don't know if I've said this when you've been on the show, but genuinely, I think Cincinnati and BYU are both significantly louder than Michigan.
Oh, yeah, they're louder.
Cincinnati especially.
Oregon's louder. Cincinnati's loud because it's right on top of you, and it's closed in. There's buildings right behind the upper decks, and that one upper deck is right there. So
the list, Alex, LSU was the first team. I've never been there, but just watching the first team, I said
it's just a pain in the butt to get to the locker room.
Oh, you've talked about the
tiger bait and the 8-year-olds giving you your number one.
They learned it early down there,
dropping F-bombs on you, yelling tiger bait, and then you walk out and the tiger's in the cage right there when you walk on the field.
So you guys did not name number 1 or number 2 on the list.
That can't be right. Who is it?
Number 1, Kyle Field, Texas A&M.
Well, yeah, he said them eventually.
Yeah, they're in the top 3. Yeah.
And then number 2, Memorial Stadium in Tuscaloosa.
Nowadays, Saban era.
Yeah.
Saban era, last half of it even more so, with reconfiguring additions, and it got, they've taken those open ends and redo them, and they're just as big as Penn State's and Texas A&M's end zones are bigger than most people's sidelines.
I mean, you could pretty much just go down the list in the SEC, which I think they did for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Notre Dame, Coach Hud, is 21.
Yeah,
in between Kinnick Stadium of Iowa and Spartan Stadium of Michigan State.
Iowa's tough to win at. First, you got to overcome the locker room. The locker room's this color.
Yeah.
Everything. Toilet seats, floor, the tables.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's shiny, happy people holding hands.
I was going to bring that up real quick. So how in 2024 do they still have bad opposing team locker rooms for teams to come in?
Yes.
Like make them bad on purpose?
Yes.
Oh, I could ask you that, right?
Well, you can't make them bad on purpose anymore because the conferences have stepped up. There's too many things that can go wrong that you know about now. I mean, you have to have the emergency facilities and the like Michigan, Harbaugh did a great job. Purdue's visitor shed that was offside of the end zone. It's just one big long. It was pathetic.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
But I mean,
I actually, as an opponent, I changed one time in the parking lot. Grabbed my clothes. I walked out in the parking lot and changed. You could not shower in there. It was 300 degrees.
What was Michigan's opponent locker room like last year?
I thought it was fine.
It's not over the top, but it's fine. Yeah. Man, Michigan State used to flood. We'd walk through one. We'd have to pick our bags up and put them on the chair, and there'd be an inch of water all over half the floor. God, it was brutal.
That's terrible. I'm trying to think of any away locker rooms that I remember that are really bad. Most of them that I remember is when I played at Central, so I don't feel like that counts.
Notre Dame moved the opponent's locker room. It's not in the same tunnel anymore, and they put it down a long, narrow tunnel. So it's a pain in the butt to get to and out of.
I've heard our visitors' locker room is atrocious.
It's bad.
I've never been in it, though.
You've never been in it?
No.
We'll go check it out tomorrow.
Probably won't.
I thought we should have painted it a very pretty lavender.
We did that with our baseball uniforms.
That would have been a great color. That ain't the Montreal Expos out there anymore.
So is that not odd that you've never been in the visitors' locker room and you're around there every day of your life?
I was in Notre Dame's visiting locker room one time.
Wow.
Once.
Okay, I guess it's not that weird then.
I mean, it's on the other end of the stadium. Like the Murphy Center and our workout facility and stuff is on the other end. So I'm like, I don't ever go down there for any reason.
Speaking of stadiums, you ran, what'd you have to do? Was that today?
Yeah, we ran stadiums this morning up in the Boneyard.
So that's, you said 5. What does that mean?
So 5 up and downs.
Okay.
So.
And just 1 second, like 1 row or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. I think people were overhyping it.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
That is suck, by the way.
Coach, do you have any experience with Boise State?
Yeah.
Well,
does he not know the history?
Not on the. He's saying blue turf. I'm assuming.
I've actually coached a game there, a bowl game. So I spent a week there.
Oh, the Potato Bowl,
the Humanitarian Bowl, the inaugural Humanitarian Bowl, and
Coach Hood got him in Hawaii when ECU beat him.
And when we were 100% picked by the fans to lose.
Yep.
And we won that game.
So
that was the turning point in our getting to the championship.
Yeah.
That set the tone.
No doubt. So how about playing there? Well, no, you played in a bowl game. So you didn't play Boise at Boise.
No, I was at Cincinnati, and we played Utah State in that game. God, that was a long time ago.
So Boise State was the 24th ranked toughest place to play.
Only non-Power 5, Power 4, whatever it is.
They were one spot ahead of Mississippi State.
No, I'd take Mississippi State. You got to get through that cowbell stuff.
I think the only stadium that you guys did not mention, well, there's 2. Utah, their stadium.
Notoriously loud.
18, and then Jordan Hare for Auburn is 14.
Yeah. But, yeah, the Michigan, Texas, it's...
What was your hot take, Alex? Michigan State, the Big House, the most overrated stadium, or something like that?
I mean, I'm not a stadium savant, and I have not traveled to the biggest places in college football, but I think the Big House is severely overrated.
And HUD said, I mean, it's a noise thing, right? I mean, it's just
if it was louder,
right,
you'd be like, this place is insane. That's the only thing that keeps it under wraps a little bit, because still 106,000, 108,000 people, man.
I've said that to some people, and they're like, okay, well, you play for ECU. I'm like, that's fine. It was week 1, and it was sold out.
It's always sold out.
Yeah.
You can't get in there.
They're bored.
You can't get in that sucker. Ohio State's now, 104, 102?
We were, okay, let's do real quick. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown. We'll talk about the top offenses and defenses according to the EA Sports College Football game. And
it's in the game.
Have more for you here on Pirate Radio Live with Coach Hood. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Give me that gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth-watering. Give me that creamy, dreamy, meaty, topping, pepperoni popping. Give me that crispy, Kobe, Papa John's. Better get you some. Try the trio before it's gone.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
I'm Jimmy. I've been with US Cellular for years now, so they asked me to announce their special customer event, Us Days. I said, I get nervous. Maybe we recorded somewhere relaxing like a hot tub. Us Days. Exclusive offers like $1,200 off any phone plus $300 off any tablet. Which I need because I just dropped mine. Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Get $1,200 off any phone plus $300 off any tablet. Terms apply. Actor Portrayal.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Pirate Radio.
You must be a pirate for the Pirate's Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in Eastern North Carolina. They're open 7 days a week with live music every single night. And coming up on Thursday night, you can enjoy line dancing and karaoke. Friday night, it'll be Bootleg Revival taking the stage at 10 o'clock. And then on Saturday, it's the Parkside Band performing at 10 o'clock as well. And of course, as always, ladies, you get in free all weekend long. All you have to do is check out their Facebook and Instagram pages to see what the latest news and notes are for the Buck, and we will see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Talking ECU West Virginia. There's Billy Weaver and CJ Wilson after the game. Holly Rowe about got trampled, Coach Hud, on the field.
Yeah.
What'd you say? You got the heck out of there pretty quick after the, or did you celebrate on the field with everybody? That was the game where the Lenoir County Sheriff's officers were tasing people, right?
Yeah. No, I stood out there for a little bit, and then it when they started coming over the wall, I'm like, I've seen this before. I'm out of here.
Still not as scary as like a basketball court storming, right? I mean, there's just more room and stuff. There's Skip and Holly Rowe. And
yeah, that was at the end. He's like, you better get out of here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, what were we talking about? Oh, top offenses.
Offense.
And defense. Alex, where is USC on the list? Because they've got the coach to do it. I don't know about their quarterback situation. I'll do that. By the way, Phil Steele, I've heard from his people, and we will be talking to him next week. So we are off next week, but I'm going to do an interview with Phil Steele on Wednesday.
Damn, I want to talk to Phil.
You want to come in?
Hell yeah.
At 1 o'clock on Wednesday?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't let me forget.
Okay, I'll remind you. So we will break it all down with Phil Steele. Where's USC on the list?
USC barely made the list at 25.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, there was a
Life without Caleb?
I don't know.
Okay. Who's number 1, Coach Hud?
Georgia.
It is Georgia, 94 overall.
All right. Bama's got to be up there with their quarterback returning.
Bama's number 3.
Okay. Number 2 is definitely, without a doubt, Ohio State.
Alabama.
No.
What?
Alabama.
No.
Bama's 3.
Washington.
No. Oregon.
Ohio State's got to be 4 then.
No.
What in the world?
No, they.
1 spot lower.
5?
Yep, number 5.
Who's number 4?
Number 4 is the Texas Longhorns.
Ah, Ewers.
I said them.
All right. Any
Sark.
I'm guessing no non-Power 4 teams on this list.
There are Memphis at number 19. At number 19. I think this is crazy. Personally, I want to get Coach Hud's opinion on it. Colorado at 8.
Oh, that is
at 8.
Bogus.
Over Clemson, Utah, Penn State, Ole Miss, NC State at 16.
Well, on
That's
offense.
Over Lane Train?
On offense?
On offense.
Well, they're better than Penn State. I mean, geez. Penn State's, they can't score.
I was going to say, they might be better than Clemson, too. But that feels a little.
That's got the Shador factor in it.
Yeah.
I think NC State at 16 is nuts, too.
Yeah.
But
seems a little high.
I guarantee you most of that decision was made based not on watching film, and it was completely
Grayson McCall.
Taking numbers, and that's where figures lie and liars figure.
I'll break that one down tonight. All right. Anything else before we move on to defense?
Virginia Tech got in at 24.
All right.
That's what I got from the list. Those are my main.
Did they list the panel?
Yeah.
No, I would like to find out.
What genius gave us this information?
Miami is 7 also.
Man.
Miami of Ohio?
The Red Hawks.
The Hurricanes?
Yep. Number 7.
They're predicting them for next year.
For this coming season.
Oh.
Yeah, for the upcoming season.
So that gives you the Shador factor. That's still high. There's no way they're in the top 10.
I don't think so either.
All right, you got defense?
Yep, got defense right here.
Is number 1 Iowa, Coach?
They're up there.
Iowa.
Number 1 is not Iowa.
They're going to give it to
You
it.
will not see Iowa for a little bit on this list.
Okay.
Man,
Ohio State number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, where was Michigan on that offense list? I'm sorry to make you go back.
They were not.
Okay,
not
interesting.
for next year.
Yeah.
They're
We're
gonna,
not.
Of course, that whole offensive line's gone.
Yeah. All right, defense. You got to go. SEC is Georgia. Obviously,
Georgia is number 2.
Yeah.
Just pick.
Well, Michigan number 3.
No,
they got to be up there on defense somewhere.
Is anybody west of the Mississippi on this?
Yes. One of those, Washington or Oregon, will be up there, right?
Anybody west of the Rockies?
Yes.
Oregon or Washington?
Oregon.
Not Washington. Oregon.
Oregon is number 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, that's his background.
Man. Which Coach Hud and I were talking before we came on the air. I don't like Big Ten football. It's like Ohio State, Michigan, and every other game bores me. I'm sorry. It just does. But I am somewhat excited to see Washington and Oregon come into the league. And Coach Hud, you kind of said that they're not just coming into the league, they're coming in to win, right?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job of molding to the Midwest style, because both those teams offensively have a focus on offensive line play.
I asked you, could they be physical enough? You said they're ready for it.
Yeah, and I watched a lot of, Washington won the Joe Moore Award. I voted him second. No, I picked Washington. I think I screwed up on who was number 2. Oregon's line players. They were really good. They were in the top 5 in the ranking. USC's was not, and UCLA's was not.
Yeah.
So I can see the two teams from the northern part of the Pac-10 doing better out of the gate. You know, if you're going to want to just line up and sling it all around the yard, you got to be ready to do it in November when there's a little dew on the ground.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
When the frost gets on that pumpkin, and those guys don't grip that ball in California. Just they're going to have to go practice up in Big Bear Mountain that week. Take Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to do up in the mountains.
A little preparation.
Get elevated for some weather.
Greg Hudson University is at 6. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
They're really good. They are good on defense. As long as they got 11 guys on the field.
Iowa fell all the way to 13.
That's a little surprising.
Going for next year because that safety's gone.
Okay.
The kid
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, he's a beast. They're just good. We played the same defense basically. We didn't press as much as they did with their corners, but we were basically the same package.
The fact that their offense was literally one of the bottom 2 or 3 in the country.
It was the worst.
And they were able to win how many ever games last year?
They made the Big Ten title game.
Yeah,
Iowa's done but they do such a good job on defense that before I came here, for those 2 years before, in 3 and 4, it was a complete focus and study of Iowa football and their defense.
I was going to say, hadn't things changed, but no, Ferentz has been there that long.
Ferentz is there, and Park, the defensive coordinator, has been there.
Oh, okay.
The previous coordinator, Norm Parker, recruited me when I was in high school. God rest his soul. He was there. But they do an exceptional job of defensive line play. And it was exactly the mold of coaching that Rock Rogaman believed in, and the techniques and everything. So we were able to just watch Iowa's film and meet with them, and did a great job of taking away gaps with less players. That is one thing, and that's why you're able to sit in that coverage a little bit longer.
The hour goes by way too fast with Coach Hudd. Let's take our final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up. A mini Fleet Feet rundown. We got our question from Hoosier and more when we return after this.
Hoosier.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time. It's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number 1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 4th of July savings event, celebrating the red, white, and home. As a member of Furniture First, our group buying power guarantees you the best price. And today, get a double sales tax discount on American-made brands. Plus, save up to 70% off Lazy Boy special purchases, plus 6 months special financing. Sleep better and save on a new Serta or Helix mattress at a very comfortable price. It's time to get fired up. It's time to save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's 4th of July savings event.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy-Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
This is Ryan McCrystal from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market again today. The Dow was up 36 points at 39,164. The NASDAQ was up 53 at 17,858. And the S&P was up 4 at 5,482. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
We will have a loaded edition of the Fleet Fee Rundown for you on Friday to make up for today. Look who's here, Chandler. Time to go. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to see y'all. Coach, good to see you.
Coach Hud.
Where's he been?
That's familiar.
Thursday started early.
Jamie says, Coach Hud, how much of a problem was steroids when you played football?
They weren't a problem. They worked.
They were easy to find.
One more thing before we go by the defensive list of the EA Sports college football game. Colorado Buffaloes, number 20.
Okay.
I think Coach Prime is paying them dues up
there.
There's no way.
Number 20.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Abysmal.
a joke.
Again, they didn't put their name on it.
Look at the Fleet Fee Rundown. Prime is paying EA Sports. Well done, Alex. All right, Shirley, we'll see you tomorrow. Guess what we'll do tomorrow? How about,
it's back!
For the first time in 2024, Name That Sound is coming back.
It's back, baby!
Holiday edition, the Independence Day edition.
And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, while HUD's here, we got to do a game with HUD.
Oh, we're definitely going to do
That
one
could
with
be gross.
Coach.
It's not Name That Smell. It's Name That Sound.
Still, that'd be gross.
Different game. Coach HUD, enjoyed it, man. Have a good July 4th. And maybe I'll see you here next Wednesday. Talk to Phil Steele. All right, cool. And we'll talk to you a couple of Thursdays from now on Pirate Radio Live. For Chon, Coach HUD, A-Harp, Shirley, I'm Clip Rock. We will talk to you tomorrow. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Be nice.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Welcome into the Holton Ayler Show. On the other side of the break, ECU head coach Mike Houston. Hey, it's time to ask him the hard questions. Is